quietly to make it look like my reflection isn't there.
Okay, can you just bring up silent image real quick?
I just like as he's using a slot on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally responsible.
So you just want it to be like nothing?
Yep, no reflection.
But side question though, that stop from using the spell slot. But would minor illusion have the same effect?
I don't have minor illusion.
Carry on.
So, yeah, you put up the shield and kind of look at it to see if you can see.
Just in case, like if they see me casting it or not.
And yeah, you don't see the image at all. You don't see his image at all. It's just the scenery behind him, trees and grass.
Dab, you needed that 20.
Yep.
I killed it. So, if you want to say anything or do anything, that's up to you. It's a pretty nice day out, nice and flat because it's a plain, and you guys are walking along the road.
Is it normal that I don't see my face? I ask everyone else. You guys see this, right? Or you don't see this?
What did we...
Oh yeah, I forgot the push control. I go, oh, and okay, so I'm gonna run into the forest real quick and see if I can find some wild garlic. Just run into the woods, see if I can find some wild garlic.
I like how he just starts running away.
Yeah. Well, it's a plain, right? So it's not there's not a lot of trees around. You run into the high grass, I guess.
You can get
Give
some
me
ginger root.
a roll for survive or nature. Give me a nature check.
You got it. I will be right back. I need to see if I can find something.
Well, alright.
So, what it is that we are reacting to?
How do they think I'm a vampire?
Yeah, we just showed Ruin his reflection, and he does not have one right now.
And he's all pale and pasty and weakened, walking along with the army.
Right, I was actually supposed to ask as well, the stuff that we had said we would roll back from when Ruan wasn't here. Like, what stays and what's rolled back? What is rolled back?
From what I just said to Ben, and I think this is where we're at, I think we did not notice that it was the wizard's eye, but we noticed the design of the jewel itself was evil enough for us to try to disguise it just to stay away from the roving eyes of a white cloak. For right now, I don't believe we know it is in fact the wizard's eye.
Jeez, me. Alright, so and Ruan has no reflection.
That is correct.
Ruin has no reflection. He's pale. His hair is all in one side of his face, and he isn't talking much. So, in other words, it's Thursday.
Crimson cuts off into the high grass, and the best he can seem to come up with are 2 yams and a turnip. Can't quite find garlic, but that's what he can.
Nice.
Ah, crap. So there was never any garlic. Great.
Garlic, no. Not really the plain of lances.
Okay.
I don't even, to be honest, I don't even know where garlic grows.
It's kind of like an onion, isn't it? I thought it was like a root.
I don't know. We'll just say it might as well just fall from the fucking sky for all that matters.
Alright, well, I'm still going to try to pretend that I have some garlic and push it towards Ruin.
Or maybe amongst your people it's yams.
It grows on like a bulb on a short plant.
Asia, Italy, or France?
Okay. So you guys are just about to cross the border You come to it's a watchtower, and it looks like it's got a giant. It's like I guess, fire. It's the spot where they have spots along the borders of giant fires on the end of towers, and it's to alert everybody else along the border if the Dark One or the Shadow is starting to attack. So anyway, it's manned, and there are people there, and there have far seers to see down to Arafel if that one goes up, and you have to go. They get about 3/4 of the way to Chechen, and then they want you to go up northeast, just to the other side of Burnt Crossroads. In and amongst your walking, you guys camp a couple of times and keep going. You talk to Crimson Sister and see the nephew, and you spend time with the guys in the company. And is there anything like you guys wanted to do in particular before we get to where we're going, or you guys want to just keep going?
Is it safe to say that we have rested along the way?
Oh yeah, 100%. Everybody gets long rests, and you guys have been, marching for say 4 or 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I already talked to my sister a lot last week. Obviously, I'm going to hang out with her some more. There's not a whole lot we can do, so we're just going to kind of keep an eye on Ruin, get yap with each other, shoot the shit, chop it up, and get to know the soldiers we're with a little bit more. Like soldier number 3.
Okay. And nobody else wants to do anything else? Everybody wants to just get there?
Well, without even asking, Brannick would pull Ruin aside and just start doing a routine medical check, pulling down his eyelids and that kind of shit.
Okay.
Very invasive.
Very invasive.
Like, cover my crotch.
Yeah, I don't think that's the one we should be covering. Especially with a 13. He's got thick, gnarly arthritis fingers. Anyway, so you check under his eyes, and his eyes are bloodshot. You see he's suffering from iron deficiency from lack of color underneath his eyes. Just hard to say. I mean, you've seen people who have been hardcore addicts who kind of are this way. Not alcohol or anything like that, but much more weirder, darker drugs. Kind of looks like he's I don't know how to really explain it without fucking ruining everything. I guess it's more like he's got the 1,000-yard stare. It's like he's a pillhead and he's just fucking a zombie.
Alright.
Well, Ron, you ain't looking so good. When you talk to the cooks, you should ask for some chicken livers. Fix you right up.
So
I just look at him.
you guys get to the encampment. There's everybody. You see that there has been battle here. You see some dead animals, and
I see nothing.
Some dead bodies, but you see camps and stuff like that too. You want to bring your guys on in the middle-ish.
I decided those are the names of the soldiers we know.
I will give you the list. I have them all here. They're on the thing, so I'll just tell you. This guy here is Tomas. He's your tabaxi buddy. These two guys are the dwarves, Mortar and Pestle.
Oh, right. They do have names.
Major Beta. And then from top left to right, we have Flint, Sithus, Arwen, Holes, Guthman down here, Tane, Gilthanis, and below them is Orin. Tane, Gilthanis, Orin. Let me just show you. Some are archers and some are infantry.
Sadly, my phone and my notebook have fallen somewhere.
And so has Ruin.
No, damn it. Stupid hospital internet.
And the guys down south, the guys up top on the right, I should say, are fucking archers. The guys on the south are infantry. So Mortar and Pestle and Thomas are the guys who really helped you guys in the battle with the ogre. They were your shadow buddies, so you all know each other and get along pretty well. Everybody else is good too. They're a mixture of dwarves and elves. A lot of the elves are archers, of course. Holes, Flint, Mortar, Pestle are dwarves. Tabaxi and Beta and Guthman, which are these two guys here, are humans. Orin of the archers is also a dwarf.
And so we go into this encampment and we destroy a bunch of orcs. It is where I got my first sword. But after we defeat the orcs, we start walking into this cave. On it gets narrower and narrower, and eventually we see this gigantic ant, bigger than that dead horse down there.
A giant ant. Well, that's. We don't have to destroy this encampment. This is where This is where we stay now.
No. I do not wish to destroy. I'm just telling you there was this giant ant.
I see. Yes, ants are motherfuckers. You didn't mess with them, I see.
Yes, at first we thought it may be a good idea, but then I got my ass kicked. I believe the Red Oak had his ass kicked. Sai, back then, was pretending to be a human, and he was trying to fight with two swords. And he did not get around to getting his ass kicked because he could not move past all two fat asses.
Yep, they don't make tunnels big enough.
Well, no, I guess they only make them big enough for one.
Needless to say, I have not vowed revenge on that colony of ants, but the next time, I will certainly fight them from much further away.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea. Where was that?
What was the name of that place? I know they were kidnapping children, and I think we were helping out some silly little farmers. I do not remember the name of the place.
It's a place up north here. It's near Saldea.
Yeah, what? Forget the name of it. Ollie.
That's right, it was Holy. Yeah. And we went back and said, hey, your orc problem is gone. We have returned the things they have stolen, but we want to be very careful about organizing any picnics in that area for a very long time.
Well, at least you took care of their orc problem. So they just left them with the ants.
We did get the answer Stern talking to. We said, hey, Alex, do not bother these people.
Well, I mean, I don't know if they can hear anything like that, but good job on clearing out the orcs, that's for sure, those motherfuckers.
Yeah, fuck those guys in particular.
Also, I'm redoing Goblin Ball. I want to retcon it just for, I think. Here's my other idea, at least.
Mm-hmm.
You take a giant pile of goblin heads and put them on the top, and whoever can knock the one off the top gets a point.
Oh.
But I don't know if that's big enough, you know?
Hey, actually, Mike, I'm going to shoot you a PM, and I think it'll give you exactly what you're looking for.
Okay.
Like Goblin Quidditch.
Or just soccer.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. I'm trying to find something, you know, like how the Aztecs, instead of going to war, they would play this they would play this sport. That's what I'm kind of going for, like something absolutely brutal, early on kind of sport.
Yeah, it could be the Aztec thing. Because they used a head for that too, right?
Yeah,
but I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, because I don't know how they played that Aztec thing. Right? I know it's just kind of like, I don't know, basketball, football, fucking whatever you do with a ball.
It's similar to
I think it was a cross, right?
There's a head.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
I think it was a cross, right?
Yeah, it was something in between.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that was my thought. Sorry for interrupting everything. So I'm going to move our infantry up into the camp.
Mm-hmm.
Which is in the northeast.
Be right back.
So we have these are, I shouldn't say all of them, these are some of the guys who are up here on the right. These are just high spots in the camp where they have ballista, and they kind of stand watch. If you go south, you'll see like here where there's a fire and looks like tent. Over here to the west is the same. These are places for you guys to sleep.
Oh yeah.
And in amongst everybody, like I said, are the camp followers. It's not away from the front line. It's not quite as serious. It's relaxed. They've got guards and stuff like that. But if you're not on duty, you're okay to intermingle with the camp followers. Just don't go too far.
Well, what's the story on the horse and the bodies?
Well, this is not a fresh camp. You know, there's been skirmishes, and this is just kind of the thing that happens. We're gonna get it on cleanup, but you know, the other guys. When you guys entered, there were other troops here, and as you got here, they kind of moved on. So it's sort of like a rotation. So it's just kind of shit that happened in the last battle or the last engagement.
Okay.
We are here, we are here, we are here.
So, like I said, these guys are getting also. If you guys want to go up to the company and kind of hear the orders from Major Beta, figure out when your shifts are and what your duties are, then that might be a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, we'd do that. Well, I would do that.
Yeah, because I'm sure you don't have us with the rest of the troops. Probably have us doing something weird like going behind and stabbing the general when it's a bum.
And
I only
one
got that last part.
One thing I would ask around about is if they've got a messenger out here. I don't
Okay.
know if they would.
Those blockbuster fees, man.
So, okay, you guys are up here.
Hey, there's only one blockbuster left.
Is there?
There's
Is there even
still a
one left?
blockbuster left?
Just one.
Wow.
That's crazy. It's owned by Koreans. Major Beta is saying that, let's see here. Mortar and Pestle, you guys are always on duty together. We'll put the four elves on. Put those three elves over there on archery guard duty along with Mortar and Pestle. And we'll rotate them every 4 hours. So you guys, 4 hours because we're on the front pretty much. So you guys be ready to come on duty. Dismissed.
Wait, you told us to rotate and relieve them, or we don't have orders yet?
You guys come back in 4 hours and take their spot.
Ah, okay.
So we'll go with. So we got 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the rest. So this will be the second shift. Over to your left is first shift. Second shift is to the south, and whoever's left is going to be not Major Beta, but Crimson, Sai, Tomas, Braddock, and probably Chadwick when he gets here. Will be next shift.
Did we lose Ruan?
I
Yeah.
think we did. Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Sorry, I was reading a message. Let's see. Okay, so it's getting dark. Everybody sets up camp, or like I said, they kind of just move in. There are cook fires. People are putting on stew, soup, and shit like that. There's a quartermaster, and there is a kitchen or a mess area and stuff like that. That stuff's all for you guys. Camp followers have to kind of get it on their own, and they do. They're used to it. They got food, and they trade in amongst, and they trade with you guys and stuff like that. A lot of ladies of the night wandering around, but nobody seems to be really taking. This is a pretty serious situation, so there is some canoodling going on, but it's
Mortal, pestle.
yeah, but it's all real serious, like you, as you can see of the dead bodies on the camp, people die here, so it's good to be fucking under control. You guys want to be in a particular part of the camp?
Do they supply us with I don't know, what would they have to eat?
They've got stew, like all these fires in the little camps here have not the pillars, but they have stew pots over them.
Oh,
They have it's just army fare, I guess. It's not luxurious, but it's definitely filling.
Yeah.
And whatever you can't get in stew, you might be able to trade with the camp followers, and there's a lot of that. Now, if we go all the way to the south, say it about here, that'll be where the mess area is. And down here to the left is going to be where General Invader's camp is.
Mm-hmm.
I only heard swearing.
Yeah.
Officer of some rank beta.
Yeah, that's my problem.
Um,
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot to go on for how we're going to kind of do this. So Crimson would probably just want to do rotations around the camp.
Your downtime, you mean?
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Crimson's going to eat.
Okay. So you guys have like third shift.
Do these guys
so
have...
you've got
Sorry.
8 hours until your shift.
Okay. In that case, Crimson's going to trade a couple of packs of ramen noodles for some gummy bears.
Okay.
I guess this is in prison, so I don't have to do that.
Okay. Does anybody want to trade? Like I said, oh yeah, as far as what they supply, you can even get like ammo, basic weapons, and armor from the quartermaster.
Oh yeah, that's good. And then like for now, I'd probably like settle down near a campfire. We have a couple of the guys that gathered, and just see what's what they've been talking about, that kind of thing.
Okay, so you've got down to your south. You've got the other crew, which is Flint, Guffman, Holes, Orn, Tane.
Yeah.
And they're just okay, before we get too far into that, Braddock, what did you say you wanted to look for?
Did I?
Messenger.
Messenger, right.
Oh,
okay.
a messenger, yeah.
Okay, let me get
If
to
they have
that.
anybody who can leave camp.
Yes, let me just get to that. And Crimson, you're going to go trade. Thomas will go with you. Thomas seems to really like your company. And I mean, he probably hasn't seen too many tabaxi around. There's not a whole lot of them.
No, not a problem.
You know, you might sometimes see him looking at your sister appreciatively over the corner of his eye.
So I'm actually going to kind of laugh and say, I will introduce you to my sister, but trust me, my friend, she is 10 times stronger than any of the ogres we have faced.
He kind of just looks at you and he says, I hope so.
I do not know much about this tricky shit.
So he just goes with you. He's your new buddy. Okay. Braddock, you ask, I'm assuming, I guess it would be Beta, since there's nobody really else to ask.
Probably, yeah.
Why don't you come on down here?
1 second. All right, down there.
Well, I meant Braddock. You're in amongst the crowd at the moment.
Okay, cool.
So, Beta says, what can I do there? What can I do for you, soldier?
Well, I'm looking for somebody who can get in that camp. You got a messenger out here?
Well, we just happened to, actually. He just came from the general. Just give me a second to come up with a name. Edmund. And this little guy comes out of the tent. He says, Private Edwin. This guy comes out of the tent and stands. I don't have a token. Apologize. Stands beside Beta. Stands at attention. This guy's about 5'6".
Be right back, guys.
5'5". He's got big ears and a big nose and a big mouth, but he's a real small kid, you know.
Yeah.
It's doubtful that he's probably old enough to be in the army. And it looks like he might be one of the guys who was taken aside and taken out of battle just because of his size difference between him and the enemy, considering Trollocs are like 9 feet tall. But looks scrappy and he looks fast. And he gives you a salute and he says, Yes, sir.
Edwin, that's right.
Yes, sir.
You heading back to town anytime soon?
Just as soon as I leave here, sir.
Well, listen, son, I got some back dues for the church. Pass them along for me.
Right, sir, yes.
All right, well, you take this, and I'll hand him 5 silver pieces for himself and 5 gold pieces for the church.
Okay. It says, thank you, sir. And he just stands at attention.
I'll give him an ironic salute and then just walk away.
He gives you a salute back, and you hear Beta say dismissed, and you hear another sharp salute, and Boots, running back down to the south.
All right. Oh, someone else I wanted to talk to, the quartermaster, about javelins.
Okay.
I'm out of those.
Oh. Hang on.
You got something you want to do first, Darren?
No. You go ahead. I had completely forgotten that I get an artisanal proficiency.
Oh. You can do all kinds of stuff with that.
Yeah.
So you guys were just introduced to my grandfather in World War II.
Really?
Yep. That's pretty much what exactly the situation. He was a general's runner because he was so small.
Wow.
I think they tried to keep him out of the major battle.
That's awesome.
And he looked like that, so I thought that was funny. And, now that we're talking about it, I went to a reunion one time. And he never really told us much about what he did in the war or anything like that. But I was there and within listening distance when one soldier came up to him and said, I remember you. He said, we were somewhere, and I don't remember where he said. And he said, I had no idea where we were. And here came you in with fucking mail. And he brought mail to these people, and this guy didn't even know where he was. He didn't know how anybody found him. But my grandfather brought the mail and then ran away, and that was the only real thing I'd ever heard that he had done in the war.
Oh,
so anyway, there it is. And Darren, Ben, we'll get to you in just a second. We're just going to jump to Darren. So Darren, you're sitting around, and all these guys are just, they're grumbling and busting each other's balls about how many Trollocs they're going to kill and stuff like that. And I mean, you've seen battle accustomed people, let's say,
Yeah.
like in the merchant marines and stuff like that. Like, you can't just be a schlub or anything like that. But these guys are born warriors, and they're brought up warriors, and this is their life. Like camp life is it. So they're comfortable. They know what to say to each other before battle, and be prepared to die for battle. And yeah, exactly. These are the elite of the elite. This is thousands and thousands of years of army discipline doing this job.
Nice.
So they're talking about they're actually talking about the last battle at Ivinjabar and how well it went, and they talk about their fallen comrades and things like that, and it's all duty and honor and that kind of thing. There's a lot. They're actually kind of dull, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
Oren's gruff, Thane's an elf, and he kind of busts everyone else's balls, but everyone else just kind of ignores them.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of interplay, but it's
while you because
yes, it is.
It's simple and
right.
It's really easy to understand, and it's familiar.
And yes, it's familiar. That's right. However, while being in the group, you also know that you're not even part of that yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
You are accepted because of the battle and stuff like that, but these guys have been doing this for a long time together.
Yeah, you don't just get in with one test.
Right. And they're not assholes, or they're not turning their back on you or anything like that.
Yeah.
They have a bond.
Yeah.
And they talk about Beta and their promotions and how impressed they are, how good of a commander he is, and then they talk about guys who weren't good commanders and shit like that. And Oren says, I once had a general, and he was so crazy, but they wouldn't fucking fire him. They wouldn't get rid of him because he kept winning. You don't have to be sane in order to be a general. You just have to keep winning. He once told us all, to cut down a fucking grove of oak trees because they were looking at him wrong. Cut them all down. And then we had to give them all proper burials. You know how long it takes to dig up an oak tree? And he just kind of trails off and grumbles about fucking...
Crimson laughs because he knows exactly how long it takes to cut down a grove of oak trees.
And then give them full burials. Anyway, that so it's just that kind of thing. They're just hanging out and being boys.
Oh boy, you lads think that's crazy. Have you ever had a superior commander from the private sector? One time, my entire unit, we were tasked with protecting this library. No, this library had decided that they did not want to pay a group of people called the fireworkers. Now, what do you think happens when you take a library full of paper and a bunch of angry people named the fire spitters?
Well, I guess they probably burned it down.
Man, so I tell this lady, listen, here's what we do. We take all the books, we put them somewhere, put them in the basement where they cannot be burned. She says to me, if you do that, you will take them out of alphabetical order. And I say, woman, between you, myself, there are literally 3 people here who can't even read. Needless to say, the fire spitters came, they spit hot fire, and everything burnt. However, we did kill the fire spitters, so I say that job well done.
Oh yeah, that is well done. Flint is also a dwarf. I don't know if you said it, but, and they all just kind of look shocked and like amazed that they would burn down the library and angered too. You know.
The worst part is, I don't think they even wanted to burn down the library. They were angry because they could not get in a peppermint cake.
Wait, say that again.
I said they were angry because they could not have any sesame cake.
Okay, well, that seems strange. Okay, so you guys carry on in that kind of vein for a little bit of the night. Ben, you wanted to go to the quartermaster, right?
Yep. Just a real quick exchange.
So you end up over by the quartermaster, and it's not far. It's just next door to the mess tent. Like this is like a MASH camp. It's only like one street. So you go in, and there's a guy sitting behind a desk, and he's got a little set of tiny circular glasses poached on his nose. No hair on the top. Gray, kind of like probably 3 or 4 inches sticking out around the sides. Weazened and shoulders slumped. This guy is definitely a document passer, but kind of looks up when you come in and he says, "What can I do for you?"
Quartermaster, and Braddock will give a very lazy salute. I'm looking to requisition a few javelins and a healer's kit. Got any of that around?
Javelins and a heater's kit. How many javelins? And he starts rifling through his papers. Takes him a little while. He's rifling, moving papers around, and he pulls out a piece and starts writing on it. You want 3, and just for the pen, he's not going fast at all. He dips his ink in it. He starts making marks on the paper. 3, okay, and he reaches and gets another piece of paper and brings it out after that mark, and he does that. It's excruciatingly takes an excruciating long time. But you finally get your things, and he doesn't, he doesn't look happy, but he's just gives you 2 tickets, one for, he gives you 4 tickets, one for each javelin and one for 1 healing kit. And he says, want him back, or sorry, no, I don't remember what that guy's fucking voice was like. Want him back, anyway, doesn't matter, it all sounds the same. And he kind of opens a part of the table. I guess it would be like a counter. The part of the counter comes up at the end, and you can go in the back. And there's a guy there, and he's set up behind a cage. He's kind of a bigger guy, eyes really close together, but his hand is out expectantly, waiting for the ticket.
I'll hand him all 4 tickets.
Okay, so he looks at them, squints, rubs his eyes and pinches his nose and squints again, gets up and goes and gets all your shit and brings them out. And sits back down and doesn't say anything.
Well, Quartermaster, you said you wanted these back?
No. I mean, no, don't bring your garbage back to us.
Well, then who do I pay?
No. This is the quartermaster for the army. This is basic stuff. So you come in, I need this and this and this, and then they give you these fucking tags, and then you take the tags into the guy in the back, and the guy gives you the fucking things that you need, and then that's it. It just needs to be kept record of.
Okay, so for your acquisitions for the war effort. I get you.
Pretty
Somewhere,
much, yeah. Whatever's supplied, but I mean, it's like I said, simple weapons and armor. You're not, you're not walking in with claymore or anything.
Nothing fancy, yeah.
Right.
somewhere in the back of Braddock's head, he remembers Crimson mentioning, food rations and stuff from the quartermasters, and you can barely get what you need to survive. But hey, it's better than having to come out your pocket.
Well, all right then. I'll give him another lazy salute and saunter out.
And Braddock just stops at the word free.
Anybody?
Yeah, we're all here. Braddock stops listening to the Crimson playback at the word free.
Anybody?
We're here.
Oh, yeah,
Right
go
here.
ahead.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Got a little panicky. Okay, so did you want to go and get anything else, or are we going to trade with the towns or with the crowd? Okay. The camp followers.
Is there anything in particular they offer? It's interesting.
No, not really. It's just just supplies, right? Like, if you got a broken sword, you might get a new sword, or if you need more arrows, you get more arrows, that kind of thing. It's not like or ammo. It's not. There's no great blacksmiths in there making that shit.
Hey!
No, but they're not giving that shit to the army for you guys to have. You know what I mean? This is army quality fucking stuff. And while it's all quality, it's not fucking, it's no AK-47s or anything.
Suddenly, Still Spear Sun Chaser seems to be cursing at God for some reason.
So, let's see, we have Tomas and Crimson are in amongst the camp followers, and you wanted to trade for what? No, gummy bears, right.
Yeah, that was a total joke. That's not happening.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to go and trade for stuff, or
Yeah, sure. I am going to take take one of my darts that I used and picked up several times and now has like 10 people's blood on it, and start just pumping this thing up as being the foe killer. And see what I can trade it for. Quality stat, full killer.
it was a dagger?
Nope, just a dart.
Oh, okay. Is there something that you're looking for?
Nah, not at all. We'll just play in the background that I'm just going around trying to trade this dart for literally anything, and eventually somebody just gives me like a leg of lamb.
Okay. All right. That's an attainable goal. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, it takes you a little while, but you do end up with a decent chunk of meat, and you and Thomas are both quite happy with yourselves after your hunt, and yeah, you guys are on your way back. It's getting pretty dark now. It's about 8 o'clock at night. The torches or the fires are blazing that you can see, and shadows are flashing, and it's hard to keep your night vision even because of going in and out of flames. But it's not bad. You're not on the front lines or anything.
All right, so before we go any further, I do want to ask the people who've been on duty what they've noticed as far as enemy movements or anything of the sort.
Okay. So you're not at that camp. You're not at the camp yet. You're still in the other part of the camp follower part.
Okay.
So, as you're heading towards it, that's kind of what I was explaining. What you can kind of see off in the distance. Just before you're about to enter, you're probably like 20 feet away from the divide between the two camps, and your sister comes running out, and she says, "Crimson, Crimson."
Yes, sister.
She looks at Thomas, and Thomas just kind of stares at her, and he says, "I will be over here." So he just kind of walks off, and she. Actually, let's jump over into the other chat.
Gotcha.
I think carpentry would be a good choice. Because it's
Are
like...
you gonna make your own bow?
Yeah, there you go.
That's one way to get around the fee.
Yeah, that would definitely be awesome. How did I miss that? That was like a level ago. No wait, when did we level up?
Ages ago.
Yeah, well, I got it at level 3. I completely forgot. Oh,
Wait, are we level 4?
No, we're still
Oh.
level 3.
I was like, okay.
wait, really? No, we did.
I'm still level 3.
Okay.
No, we did level up. I think we did.
Well, I mean, maybe you guys leveled up when we weren't there, so.
Oh.
Aaron, are you level 4?
Yeah, I'm level 4, but we're
You
recently
son of
level
a
4.
bitch.
No, but we are recently level 4. Like, we haven't used this in battle or anything as yet.
Huh.
So I think it was one of the couple times that you guys went here.
Hey, Mike, are we level 4?
I
Yes.
think so.
Damn it.
I believe so. You're not level 4 yet?
No.
Ben doesn't
Okay.
like adding his ASI points.
Even I didn't even know.
But yes,
You
we
didn't-
are
you
level
didn't know
4.
either?
No.
Oh,
Alright,
was it
Darren and I
after-
knew.
was it
Yeah,
after the battle?
it's probably because we weren't there.
Maybe.
Yeah,
was it after the battle?
It was
or...
after the battle. It was after the battle. We
Yeah.
haven't like used this in battle as yet. We just got level 4.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
let's see. We have, at this moment in time, Ruin. What are you doing?
What would I?
Do you have roll 20?
Yeah, I had it on.
So far as I know, you're around Sai and the other members of the group. But you, if you're still there, are clearly on the outside and not part of even the group with Sai and the rest.
Okay. I'm gonna ask Sai. Are you guys afraid of me? Wary? Maybe not afraid. Maybe like wary.
Do you mean like the soldiers in general or
No.
us?
Just you and everyone else.
Oh yeah, I'm wary. You know, I've not hidden that. Are you worried about us being too wary?
I'm worried that I might end up hurting you guys. Honestly.
Well, I'm kind of half certain that you will try. Yeah, and as he says that, he laughs. He's just Sai is completely normal with this because he has come to terms with this a long time ago, since the castle. Like he's just decided, well, all right, if that's what it's gonna be, it's gonna be. And he's
I'm gonna lunge at him.
yeah. So yeah, so he says to you, well, look, I'm pretty convinced that you have a really odd path ahead of you, and I'm not sure it's going to be in our best interests. But we'll see where it takes us.
What did you say, Zen?
I'm gonna lunge at him.
Lunge at him, like, how and what sort of,
Like, just like a shoulder charge.
like, are you gonna hit him, or are you just gonna do, like, one of those false charge kind
Yeah,
of
yeah, like a false charge.
Yeah, those
I
are
forgot you named
fantastic,
for it.
by the way. That makes me laugh so hard.
Ah.
Well, okay. I don't know what you do to resist that. I don't think that
You
it
see
works.
that, baby? One hit or quit it. 25, no.
What about...
So, Sai, while you're in the middle of
wisdom?
talking to Ruin in, I mean, a very normal and open manner and honest discourse, he starts making fucking false lunges at you, like he's trying to fucking scare you, like little fucking. It makes me laugh even just to do it pretend.
I'm
And
trying to
yeah,
figure
you're
out...
like, what the fuck?
I'm
It's
trying to figure out
not as
what
intimidating maybe as he thinks it might be.
I'm going to try an athletics. Oh, he totally gets really up close to me.
Yeah, he's all up in your face, and he's just like, he doesn't look like he's listening very much.
How tall are you, Sai?
I am supposed to be 6. Did I write it? Yeah, I think I'm just like a flat 6.
Okay, so you're taller than me.
You're a wood elf, though.
Yeah.
I don't think you can be a 6-foot wood elf, right? Can you?
What's the range for Wood Elf? He's going to be like.
I thought they were like.
You're like 10 feet tall.
10.
No,
Say
I'm
10.
kidding.
I always feel like between 5 and 5'8" or 9 at the top.
He'd probably be like 5'6", 5'5", somewhere around there.
Okay, so we're about the same height.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come, lean in closer, get really, really close to your neck. That's it.
I was just gonna
With my
swing
mouth
at
open.
you, dude.
With my mouth open.
Just breathing.
And whisper. Smell different when you're awake.
Sorry?
You smell different when you're awake.
You see?
And then I'm gonna pull back.
Yeah,
And then Sai says, I repeat, excuse me?
Yeah.
Sai's got a raging erection.
Oh no.
I would have taken a swing at him if he got close to his neck. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Well, I mean, so yeah, that's the situation. He seems to be all up in your business and invading your personal space, and you're trying to give him, I don't know, fucking brotherly advice or answering a question honestly that he asked you, and then he tries to pretend to bite at your neck.
He's gonna ask you is like, what do you like? How do you want this to turn out?
I don't know.
Not like spiteful
I
asking.
shrug.
Like he's honestly curious. It's like, so what do you want the end result to be here?
I honestly don't know.
So what was the end result of lunging
This whole
at me
thing?
then?
I was just checking if you're terrified, if you're scared of me. No, honestly, you guys shouldn't be.
Would it make
I'm-
a difference?
I couldn't hurt a fly. I promise.
That's not true.
Sai, watch out. He's patron as the patron of insects.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely not true.
I'm not evil. I'm not a bad person. I'm with you guys, even though
You don't have to be evil to be a danger to us, though.
I'm fucking crazy sometimes.
That's what's going to be the danger to us. That's what's been worrying me.
I'm still sane.
Are you sure? How would you know?
I just do.
You think you do?
Just trust me, I'm not a crazy person.
If
Well, you guys have fun. And then I'm gonna go sit at like this rock right here.
All right. Am I anywhere near them yet?
Yeah, so you are seeing Braddock exit the quartermaster's tent, and you are seeing Ruin go leave Sai and sit down on that rock. So you're going to be down there in the south coming north.
Okay, boys. Sai, Ruan, Braddock, come with me.
got something new there?
Listen, I'm only going to say this once. Lemmy is missing.
Who?
Crimson ignores Ruin.
I look at product and here's the who's Lemmy.
That's the
Oh,
little kid.
yeah, scroll up. That's my nephew. Just right on the thing. Yeah, my sister's name is Still Spitter, and my nephew's name is Lemmy.
Okay.
I thought that was Ruin saying that. I'm sorry.
Yes. It is him. Awesome Zan saying that.
All right, no problem then. He was last seen going towards the mountains where the blight is. You may have noticed that my brother does not talk. He has not spoken since the day I was kicked out of my monastery. It was the same day he lost his father, and I'm going to make sure I take us away from any other ears or eyes. This is only the three of us. On the same day, the first time I ever saw a fireball.
Hmm.
Since that day, I have not heard my brother speak, but I know that he is more than you would notice. He cannot fall into the hands of the Dark Ones, and he also cannot fall into the hands of the White Cloaks. I don't know how. I don't wish to abandon the post, but I must save my brother. And if that means that I have to leave without you, I understand. If it means that you will fight with me, I also appreciate it. I could simply tell Commander Beta what has occurred, but I do not know that he will go for it. So, does anyone have any ideas how we can go and start rescuing my brother without being seen as deserters?
How long do we have until our post?
How long do we have until our post?
There's roughly about 6 hours left.
Until?
It's your nephew, not your brother.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's 6 hours until.
Well, how long ago was this?
This just happened within the last hour.
Well, then we got 6 hours to find him and get back here for our post. Which
Let's
means
move.
we can go about 3 hours out. And then we gotta come back.
Are the rest of you with me?
Always,
Sure.
man.
We're not.
Let's ride.
Are we not gonna ask for permission though?
Technically,
I
we are
reckon
on-
we ought to tell him.
Yeah.
BRB.
Pretty much. AFK for a suck. That type of deal.
Nah. I'll just tell them that a problem has arisen. Go ahead.
You guys are on leave until your shift. Like, you don't have to
Yeah.
ask permission to leave, as long as you're back by your shift.
Yeah. I was
Uh-oh.
gonna say that. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I'm still gonna tell them that we're gonna go do something stupid. So if we're not back by our shift, it's because we're dead, and not because we're deserters. So long. Thanks for all the fish.
Yeah. I like that.
You're going to tell somebody, or are you going to leave a note? What did you say? I didn't catch that first.
Oh gosh, that's a good question. Do I leave a note or do I just tell them?
Why don't you tell your tabaxi friend?
Okay, I'll tell Tomas and I'll leave a note. No point in having this calligraphy if I'm not going to write stuff.
Yeah.
Sure. So Thomas comes up, or I guess you come up to him, and he, you tell him what's happening, and he says, "You need me to help you, brother."
You can help me by making sure these men stay alive in case we are late coming back. But for now, just keep me in your prayers and make sure these men stay sharp.
I will. Good luck.
Luck is something that will be needed by those who dare to harm my hair or my brother's head, but they will not find mercy.
He gives you some sort of fucking cat salute, turns around and sticks his ass up in the air and walks away.
Yeah, we headbutt each other.
Yeah. Some shit. But, okay. So, last scene, he was headed north towards the Blight, which technically would be up here. I will bring up the world map. No, you know what? We don't need to do that. We can just stay in this map. Okay, so, are you guys going off this map? Is my greatest question right now.
We are going towards the last known location where my brother walked to.
Okay, so that's going to be to the north of the map.
Yeah.
And you come up and as you hit the catapults, you leave the circle of light from the campfires and bonfires. You see bodies of Trollocs, bodies of humans, for the most part, some dwarves and elves, but and you see skeletons like you see here. But as far as you know right now, this is neutral zone. So what happens is you're guarding one particular area where there's a gap in the mountain where shadow spawn can come down.
Mhm.
And there's a couple of these along the border, and I don't have a map for it, so that's why I'm trying to give you guys a rough idea of what it's going to be. You can look, like I said, we can bring it back to the world map, and you can kind of. You see, you're just about above Burned Crossroads, whatever the fuck it means. And you guys are right in about here. Okay. So you're not going to get into the blight. It'll probably take you about a day or a half a day to get to the blight. But there are a lot of rocks and mountains and stuff like in here and on the side that on your way into the Mountains of Doom. So it's a rocky area with sort of like crags and paths and stuff like that. But it's on the way to the blight. It's not in the blight. The blight is still a distance off.
All right, Crimson.
All right. Do we have? All right. So I'm going to basically just start tracking him via his scent, and just start following that trail wherever it takes me.
Okay. Can you give me some kind of? You have to do a roll or some fucking thing. Or at least
Honestly, that's up to you on how that would work. I have no idea.
Do you
Survival.
have tracking? Do you have tracking? Is that a thing? Or
No, tracking's not a thing on its own.
Okay, then give me a survival. Okay. So it's you can. It's hard to see exactly because of all the trampled mud and blood and shit and piss and stuff that's all been soaked into the ground. But you do seem to think you pick up something. It reminds you of him and home a little bit. So you follow it because it's the best thing you've got. You end up getting out of, I would say, the neutral zone where most of the battle's been taken up, and you're starting to get closer to the enemy lines. You're still a ways off, but you're past like the battlefield. And it's dark and shit like that. You get to the foothills, and the closer you get to the foothills, or some foothills, the closer you get to these foothills, all the trees start to disappear, and it starts to become rocky and more barren as you go further and further in.
Okay, so at this point, I'm going to start looking to see if any of the trees look disturbed, look like anybody was stomping through them at any speed, looking once again at the tracks, those type of things.
Okay. You don't see anything by the tree line, and by the time you get to the actual part of the foothills where you're moving up, it's pretty rocky. So there doesn't seem to be any sign. I mean, it's hard to track on rock, that's for sure. You see some rocks that look like they've been kicked or scuffed a little bit, but you don't know if it's by a fucking billy goat or by him or by what it is. But it is a sign.
That's the best I have, so I guess we go towards that direction.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything? Or oh yeah, were you the only one with wood stuff? Whatever.
Yeah.
So you guys are going up in the foothills and whatnot?
Yeah, we're just going the best of our ability to whatever we see. I mean, I know it's not a lot, but that's as good as we can get.
Okay, so you guys, give it another roll, Crimson, with advantage for Malone. Does anybody have survival?
Yeah, I can give it a try.
Yeah, man, I have a +5 on survival. I just, didn't roll that well last time.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it happens.
Okay, give it. All right. Well, there you go. Okay, give me a sec. Let me get a drink, and we will pick it up when I get back. Okay, it'll just be a couple of seconds.
All right, sounds good. I needed that advantage too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'll be right back to you.
Should I try to run up the road and come back?
Is that where your store is? You have a store?
Hmm.
I mean, I know you have a store. Fuck, that's not what I meant. What I meant was you think you have enough time to run to a store and get back.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
Well, I think this time that you've taken to ask us about it may have fucked up your ability to go to a store. Sure.
Oh, maybe. I'll,
It's too
But you're
late
playing.
now.
You have it on your phone, right? I mean, you speak on your phone, don't you?
Oh, right. No, I don't have data on my phone. I use my my Wi-Fi.
In that case, no, you can't make it to the store. You could have, but
Yeah,
not now.
I probably can't. Oh, well, what you gonna do? Actually, I probably can. It doesn't take me that long. Yeah. I wonder if they're open still.
Dude, it's 10 o'clock. They're probably closed.
Oh, not these guys. These guys are Chinese.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm offended for them.
Alright, I'll be right back.
So learn new stereotypes every day.
Yep.
Like when my Lord told me the other day about how he lives in Japan. And I'm like, man, you barely speak French, which is his native tongue. You're terrible at English. You're not about to convince me that you lived in and survived in Japan.
Everybody here?
No, Darren thought he could make it to the store, so I think he's going to go and buy illegal drugs.
At the store?
Yeah, they're Chinese.
Yeah, a
Imported
Chinese store, because that was a very important thing to say.
So there's going to be like powdered hen's foot and stuff for him to snort?
Honestly, I don't know. I think what I did figure out is that his Chinese have different stereotypes than like North American Chinese. So I don't know. First off, I'm gonna go and call myself racist because I was shocked there were Chinese people in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm shocked. I didn't think that there'd be a Chinatown down there or anything like that.
I mean, granted, people, just the fact is that people live everywhere.
Well, that's true. That's true.
So are we on a 5-minute
Except
break?
in Antarctica. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess so. We might. Yeah, we'll give it 3 more minutes. We got 9:57.
Okay.
We probably won't get into a fight till he gets back anyway, so we could keep moving.
Is Zen here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, let's just not do anything stupid till Sai gets here.
I'm a little surprised.
problem.
With Ruin in the party?
I'm a little surprised that fucking Twitter Fingers isn't here too. What's his name?
Chadwick?
Chadwick.
I'm just waiting for you guys to.
I couldn't remember his name.
You're gonna have to explain Twitter fingers to me, though.
What was the last? What's his?
It's not Trella because that's his actual name, right?
Yeah, no, it's Chadwick Twiddlefingers. That's his last name.
It actually?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! See, this is why you don't listen to those fucking last names. I mean, Crimson can't.
Right.
Crimson, of course, can't stand people with pretentious long names.
Yeah, well, he's a gnome, so it kind of makes a little bit of sense.
All right, so shit. I actually have to pee. BRB.
Okay.
It won't take me long to pee.
And we waited the 3 minutes anyway.
Yeah. Hey Ben, did you see that Paige Van Sant got a boob job?
Hold on, what?
Remember who Paige Van Sant is? The
No.
blonde UFC fighter. Remember I showed you that list of hot UFC fighters, and one of them.
Oh,
Paige Van
yeah,
Sant.
I had to look her up. I remember now.
Yeah, she got a boob job recently. So now she looks like that, and she's got boob.
All right, I am mounting.
You wash your hands?
There's actually a story about that that's fucked up. Is that my landlord was fixing things, so-called, and he didn't connect the sink for the bathroom back, so I have to go in the kitchen to wash my hands. Also, I have wood on my bathroom floor. I have a wooden bathroom floor.
That's nice.
I don't think that's good.
Is it stained wood?
No, it's fucking plywood. Like, straight off the
Oh
shelf.
my God.
Straight off the shelf. Like, I honestly shouldn't be walking in there barefoot.
Well, that's a little bit of paint. A little bit of paint will fix that up. A nice rug.
Yeah, he says he's going to try to make it tomorrow to finish the job. I'm like, motherfucker!
Yeah, I'll try to remember to fucking pay you on time too, bastard.
No, and
There you
see, and here's the thing too, Mike. Honestly, what you said pisses me off. Not you, but this is one of those months where I get paid on Friday, but the first is on a Wednesday, meaning I get paid 2 days after the first.
Right.
Like, I really, really, really don't want to spend this check on rent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, I want to pay him the Friday after the first, but then my rent goes up by $100 or what the fuck ever. So he'll get his money.
Oh, does it really? Oh,
Well, it's closer to say that my rent is lowered by $100 as long as I pay on the first.
right. Okay, that's not a bad idea actually. Because I know sometimes it depends on who you get, but sometimes I mean you get into some real fucking sob stories about people who can't pay rent, and then my dad's been on the hook for like $7,000 before because this fucking woman and her husband and 3 kids couldn't afford rent because they got addicted to rent to own. So all the goddamn money was going into weekly TV fucking payments, and they couldn't pay their rent. So
Wow.
what was that? But
Do
I
not.
digress.
Do not even get me started on those fucking vultures.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking brutal.
They literally only go into broke ass neighborhoods. If you look around, you don't see them in any neighborhoods with people who have money. Now, you might say, "Oh, that's because those people can afford the shit." No, no, no. What it is they take advantage of people who don't do the math and don't figure out, like, look, if you fuck with these people, you're gonna pay 3 to 5 times more than whatever the fuck this is worth. It might sound easier for you to do $50 here and $50 there, but it really isn't. You need to fucking put that aside and just buy what you want or go without, because these fuckers, they will squeeze you dry and they will come and get their shit. They're going to get their shit.
It's the low weekly number that fucking gets me, right?
Yeah, because it looks nice, right? It looks like I could do $25 a week. No,
but I guess
really you can't.
Down in the States, I don't know if it's that bad up here, but I guess down in the States with some of them, they've really got some fucked up contracts. Like ones that are designed to fucking mislead people when they read.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely where I'm coming from. I actually hate like, they're fucking leeches.
I watched a documentary on one guy. He was all upset. The whole family was upset. He was like a billionaire and from doing that shit. And they're like, oh, now we're losing it all just because of one weird little word. And they're like fleeced all these people for billions and billions of dollars. And they're like, oh, just because some people are fucking poor, I have to lose all my money. You fucking cunt.
All right, everybody's here. Yeah. Darren's back from purchasing his illicit drugs, and we are ready to go.
All right. So you guys are staying in the shadows pretty decent. Can I have some, give me, stealth rolls?
All right. Come on, little nephew. Where are you? I know you are here.
What the hell? Wow. Oh. That always surprises me. That disadvantage.
Are you wearing heavy armor?
Yeah. I'm a fighter, man.
Damn, I don't think we ever done this good. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Never mind. Wait. Sorry.
Ben, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at page.
All right, come on, Ben. Whoa!
Jesus. 2 18s.
Nice.
All right, so you guys are like the fucking wind. Just... anyway, you... just as you're coming up over a little, I guess you would say, knoll, with through a narrow pass, you walk and start to go down the hill. Just then, Crimson catches a whiff of Nephew on his left. He turns, and hidden behind a crack in the wall, there's a crack in the wall. Hidden behind an outcrop is a crack in the wall. And the closer you get, you notice that it's not a crack, but it's it's almost like an opening. It's a fairly decent size. If you look over on your other side, or if you go up over the hill a little bit and look down, you can see the main path through the mountains, where if there was going to be an invasion, that's where the enemy would go. So you're up and above that area. And if you go down into the cave, you're down behind the rock when you go into.
All right. Even with looking for my nephew, I'm still going to take some notes.
Yep. Okay.
You know, basically, yes, exactly what you just said. Keeping note of that and just attempting to make sure that, even when we come back with my nephew, we also have something good for these people when we come back to.
Yeah.
No point in not doing any recon during rescue.
You guys are going in the cave?
You said there's a fissure in a cave?
No. Can you guys come here?
Sure.
Did the scent lead in here?
Yes. The scent
Okay.
led in here.
That doesn't say Tomb of Annihilation, does it?
Oops. Cancel. Yep.
No, it's not Tomb of Annihilation. It's the Tomb of Moving Stones.
Oh, that's so cute.
There's not going to be any moving stones. Spoiler alert.
That Papa was a moving stone.
Alright, what's our marching order?
Are torches working for you guys?
Is this a time where we tell Ben he's the only one who uses torches?
Wait, is Darren an elf? He is an elf. God damn it.
The only,
I'm
reason,
refreshing my rolls.
the only reason I chose elf is because I was building for archery. The vision was just like a plus for it.
Honestly, I would say lack of dark vision is more like a minus for all the races that don't get it.
Yeah.
Any rate, marching order. I don't mind taking the front.
Yeah. Because we're using your nose.
We will find those fruity peppers.
I fucking knew it.
Am I dropping a lot of torches? Because I can't get a torch. I think.
There they go. They were just taking a while to populate.
Okay. They're going to reproduce a lot in a second.
If you want, you could strap a torch to my back.
That should be fine. There we go. Okay. I will go second.
I'll take the rear. Or actually, no. I'll go third.
Yeah, after you tried to kiss Sai on his neck, he doesn't want you taking the rear. Do you have light or dancing lights?
Me?
Yes.
No, I don't use that type of magic. I have
Okay.
dark vision though.
No, I just wasn't sure if you had one of those characters. If you could, like, just shove a light on my back so that Braddock could see wherever I be. All right. I guess we are moving forward at normal, careful speed.
Okay, 1 second, please. Okay. So you guys are on your way down, and it's really dark. But you do see, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's like there's, anyway, you'll see. So yeah, nothing really going on. It's dark along here except where Braddock's torch, but it's difficult for people without the torch to see past the radius because of its night vision ruining properties. But you can still see, it's just not real great. And you see the walls, rocks have fallen and they're along the path, but the actual cave is pretty smooth. There's nothing sticking down, banging you on the head as you walk. It's quite high and fairly roomy, even if it is only enough space for one person. But as far as height, it's still like probably 10 feet to the.
All right.
Okay, we'll move forward.
Still the same. I'm trying to find some decent cave background music. I'm finding it, so you'll just have to pretend.
I think there's a dripping soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
No.
Hey
Yay!
guys, what's up?
Hey,
Hey, guess what? You didn't miss the fight today.
Ooh.
Woohoo!
All right. So I'm assuming I'm in the middle of a fight then.
No. We actually haven't started fighting anything yet.
Yeah.
We're
Wow.
probably about to.
Okay. Let's drop in then.
yep. Can you see up? Okay, I got you.
I cannot see anything, but wait, now I can see like a little tiny swath of 2 people. Why can I only see 2 people? My character's in a black thing.
Yep, give me a sec. You're not set up as your character for some reason.
You're still in the gym.
You know, my character's never been a setup. every time it's always like this.
Oh, look for that. Another one who was blind in the darkness.
Hey, door to the surface. Oh, door to the surface. Are we underground?
Yes. And as they say, on the surface, there ain't no roof.
So, what are we doing here, guys?
We are saving my nephew.
Your nephew.
Yes.
All right. Well,
You met him. He is the quiet one, along with my sister. That is his mother.
I'm always out for rescuing people. And
Right
doing
up.
things.
Yours is the drill that will pierce heaven.
So as you guys come up, you see that there's a fire in the middle of this room, and around it, you see 4 hulking bodies turn towards you. They're heavily muscled, covered in leather straps and spikes, and they've got the heads of birds somehow mixed with a human's face. It's some have small beaks, some have large beaks. They all have human eyes, and they look at you, and you hear, "Oh shit! 1 second. Oh, I can't do it."
Oh, they're scared of us. They said, oh shit, 1 second. They are afraid.
You hear the scream of a bird of prey, and 4 of them as they turn towards you, and everybody roll for initiative.
All right.
Oh, quite the timing here. All right.
Yes, it is quite timing.
Well,
Wow.
okay.
Good stealth rolls, though.
All right.
What the hell?
I guess we're all getting
We're counting up.
Does the 2 in order look different to anyone else?
Yeah, it looks
yeah, it's the birds are gonna give it to us here.
2 in order looks
All right.
similar for some reason.
At least they weren't attack rolls.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, the birds are going to give it to us.
You guys got to pay for those good stealth rolls.
Like X, they're going to deliver to us.
Leave it alone! Leave the dog alone! Leave the dog. Let the dog fight! The body all man!
Torch.
Okay.
Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. Well, as we've said, the initiative doesn't harm us after the first round.
all we gotta do is make it through the first round.
Yeah. Yep.
Chadwick, you are go.
Oh, really? They didn't have any ranged? Okay.
It's almost as if we rolled higher.
No issues there? One moment.
Oh, did you rearrange the thing?
No, they just don't have any ranged attacks apparently. Or they
do
don't
have
feel like
ranged
using them.
attacks, but they're kind of in a what seemed like an intense, crazy attack fury. There doesn't seem to be a lot of tactics involved here.
Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do
Oh man.
is casting Hold Person on this dude right here.
Which guy?
This one.
Okay. Ooh.
And held.
Nice.
And let's see. Then I'm going to quicken the spell here. And hit the same one with the Firebolt.
The firebolt should be at advantage.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, sorry, it's, yep. It's the 7 damage, and 22 hits.
Okay, so it hits him. Seems to armor seems to take a lot of it, and he takes some damage, but he looks like he can still take a couple more of those, no problem.
And I'll just take a couple steps back here.
Okay, Ruin, it's your turn.
Okay, I am going to cast Mage Armor on myself, and that will be my turn.
Okay.
AC is now 17.
Nice.
It's your turn.
Torch's turn.
I can't see, but
They're in front of us.
Yeah, but he doesn't have infrared vision. He's just got a torch.
half move.
Oh, wow.
Can you not see the fire?
No, I cannot see the fire.
Oh, each
So I'm
quickly
making my
see
way
fire.
Hold on a sec then.
I could put a torch on it. There we go.
Oh, much better.
Not much better. I could throw a javelin.
There is a held guy. You get advantage on him.
That's true.
That help any?
I would have advantage on a javelin. So what I'm going to do is throw a javelin.
Okay. At oh, no.
Advantage. There we go. Ooh, nice.
That's pretty good.
Ooh,
Max damage on that.
very nice.
And that would be my turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So-
One thing I totally forgot. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so Braddock comes running up with a torch, chucks a javelin at the held Trolloc, and gets it right in the chest. And the fucking thing is sticking right out of his chest, and the Trolloc's not moving because he's held, but you can hear him kind of squeal or squawk a little bit.
Yeah.
So you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna move
Okay.
right here. And I'm gonna fire at the same held thing. What's it? A trollop?
Yeah, which one are you hitting?
The one that's held.
So it's an advantage, so.
Oh, right.
That's nice.
Wow.
Yeah, so you hit him. It almost splits
The javelin.
Radix javelin in half, Robin Hood style, but you get a nice little cluster, and he's just got shit sticking out of him, and he can't move.
Nice.
It's your turn.
Can I look at the Trolloc and see if it's still alive?
Yeah, they're all still alive.
All right, and in that case, I'm going to shoot at the held one.
I really love hold person.
When it works, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good hit.
Oh.
It's just a shame that you got the minimum damage on the crit.
Yeah, well, it hit in the cluster. It just didn't stick because there's too much stuff in there already.
All right, is that thrown crit fail? Oh, that's not.
Thrown? Oh yeah, you can do a thrown crit.
No,
it's only
It's just
fail.
critical hit draw. Got
yeah,
it.
crit.
Yeah. Go ahead. I actually totally forgot all about it. If you want to do it.
Minor bleeding. Yeah, I bet Jay is bleeding.
Mm-hmm.
What's the alternate effect? I can't make it blow up for whatever reason.
Magical arcane energies for 1 per round. So, basically you hit an artery.
All right, so I critted him. I didn't hurt him, and he's bleeding. Got it.
That's still good.
Yeah, that was my first roll too. Oh, all right. And I am going to move right behind Braddock.
Okay. So this guy's going to move ahead and to the side, and he's going to take a shot at Braddock.
All right.
So you see him pull out this bow, and like I said, he's like probably 8 or 9 feet tall. This bow is probably 10 feet tall, making the room ceiling probably 40 feet tall, and the shaft of the arrow is like more the size of your thumb than a regular arrow would be. Quite large.
Somebody was watching the Fellowship of the Ring this morning.
That's a short sword.
Some short swords.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Ooh, ha, wah.
He throws his swords at me.
So he takes 2
Too
shots.
bad that one didn't count.
Yeah.
And assuming the second one got you for 8.
Yeah, it did.
This guy rushes you with his short sword.
It's not actually that short.
No, it's a regular size sword. And he's also lashes in at you with his beak.
We're 5 more. Damn it.
So you guys see, you've got one guy. The one guy on the right is peppered with arrows, but now they're starting to rush out from around the fire, and they are large people, creatures, and looks like Mr. Braddock is getting rushed. It is this guy's turn. He has to make a wisdom saving throw of... Do you remember what it was?
14.
Wow, everyone's counting on that number.
Okay.
All right.
This guy rushes forward, and he attacks Braddock as well.
I'm today's favorite.
You got this, Braddock.
It's less about being the favorite and more about being in the front.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Ooh, yes, I do.
2 misses. Oh. Yeah, they're coming in hard, slashing and biting at Braddock. Chadwick, it's your turn. You got 2 people in front of you. One guy held still. He's trying to fight it, though, but he's kind of weak in the head.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'll just take a step to the side for a little bit more clear shot. And first I'm going to... okay, I guess I'll have to step here then. To the guy to the side, I'm going to hit with a chromatic orb here.
Okay.
Let's use Tides of Chaos on that, so...
Okay.
13.
13 is a hit, I believe.
What?
Yep.
Okay, they're awesome. I guess let's go with acid damage.
Okay, so a chromatic orb. These orbs and fire bolts you're shooting out aren't really that large, but when they do hit, the armor seems to take up a lot of it. They do take damage, but you know, it's like kind of like throwing it against a wall to a certain extent.
Oh,
What does that mean?
I just wait.
Everybody dies.
And can you roll me 1d10, please?
Sure.
So, what does rolling a natural 20 do?
So, wait. I forget. Is the
it-
chaos magic on a 1 or a 20? I forget.
I think it's a 1. But
Let me check. Sorry,
in
I
my
totally
preview,
forget.
Being a DM, since you used that other one, I'm gonna make you do it anyway.
Oh,
I have a different thing than the dungeon master or whatever it is. So it's a 6,
okay.
which is okay. Any water you are carrying is transmuted into wine.
Oh, well.
He's Jesus.
All right. As Chadwick kind of looks surprised.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn then.
Okay.
By the way, good thing this isn't the time when he found Marta.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're lucky you don't get it when you got carrying her around.
Carrying around Marta.
Plastic bag. Go ahead, Ruin.
Is that here?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go up there and hit this guy twice.
Okay.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Okay. Give us a card.
I accept your surrender.
Get him good on that first one, though. Bending in ways your body isn't supposed to. You strain yourself to the breaking point. You can't walk without the aid of a crutch.
Oh.
Long rest or magical healing will relieve the strained muscle.
Good thing this is a really, really long weapon. That's my turn.
Okay. Torch, you're up.
Okay. I am going to flank this guy.
Okay.
And attack with my longsword.
Nice.
And smite him with my longsword.
Nice.
You get him at advantage, but that's pretty awesome.
Why is Divine Smite at advantage? Does that
It
make a difference?
Doesn't do anything for smite.
Okay. I didn't think so, but just want to be sure. That's 19.
Yep.
Okay, so you come in with a feint. You slip between the two of them, stick your sword up underneath the ribs of one of them, the one in front of Ruin and Crimson, and pull it out, and you just see blood gushing out, and it screeches and turns. It's not down, but it's by the looks of that blood coming out, it's not long for this world.
All right.
Should have done that to the held person. You would have crit on the smite too. Auto.
Is that your turn?
Yes, it is.
Okay, Sai?
The held person is still up. Has anyone gone down as yet, actually?
He is, yes.
Okay, I'll continue taking shots at him. Let's go here, just for posterity, and we will go. Kadaboom!
Don't forget there's an advantage there. Roll again.
Oh crap! Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
That's why you're shooting him, right?
I'm shooting him because to my memory, he's got the most damage.
Yes, he. As you hit him, he collapses to the ground, and Chadwick, you feel him, slouch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead, Chadwick. Right.
No,
Nope.
it's
It is Crimson Call.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry.
our claw master.
All right, flanking and trying to stab and kick.
Wow. That's the way to do it.
Woohoo!
24, 26, 24.
And I don't know why I can't make this bigger. There we go. All right. Describe the part of the body that's been made by the attack. So do I roll a d4 or do you?
You might as well.
By the way, why are all these advantages or attacks at advantage, I should say?
As a flanking.
Oh, do we have flanking rules here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Disadvantage on perception rolls.
Although not being able to hold weapons would have been nicer, but hey.
Well, you know. It's...
So you come in and you just crack him in the head as hard as anybody's ever been hit. It does deflect somehow off the sword. It hits him on the side, but he really gets whacked. And then you come in and kick him, and he's really feeling it. Okay, so the guy back here is going to continue to shoot arrows at Braddock. And flanking is only melee, or is it for shooting as well?
As far as I know, it's only melee.
Yeah, it sounds like only me.
So that doesn't hit Braddock, does it?
Nope.
Okay.
I should hope not, or else we're getting a different thing.
Yeah.
So the guy in front of Crimson spins and attacks viciously the sword in a bite. The
All right.
comes in,
The bite
catches
hit.
it on the forearm. He catches a little piece and snaps it down like it's fucking candy.
You
This guy's... Oh, shit. It's
dead?
crashed. My roll 20 just crashed. Let me
Oh,
back in.
all right.
Okay, so we were at Eagle 3. And now it's the guy in front of Braddock is going to take a desperation attack. Two of them.
Man, they have got some good beak attacks.
They have a fucking little trap where they knock your guard away with a short sword and then snap in with the beak attack. So take 7. I think that's his move, and it's Chadwick's turn.
All right. Let's see. Let's you know, I'll come up here. And I'm going to poke this guy. My green flame blade.
Oh, that's right. You do have a
Slayer
fancy
of
dagger, don't
20
you?
Trollocs. At advantage, right? Because it blanked.
No.
Is that your new dagger?
That is.
It's only if it's in back and front.
Only in back and front. Oh,
Or, just where they're sandwiched. They gotta be sandwiched.
But that is a -5. Or that is a -5 hit. So, Ruin, you see Chadwick sneak in behind you and slash at the back of the Trollocs leg, and you can see it cut right through its hamstring and out the thigh muscle. And it goes down on one knee. It's still alive, but it's just kind of...
Wait, what were your D8, Chad?
D8?
Yeah, you get
Oh.
that's what the whole point of a green flame blade was, right?
No, because I don't get the D8 till 5th level. It just does an extra 4 damage right now to it and the nearest creature. So
Did you add that?
Yeah. So see, it's
So
like
I got the 5 damage plus the 4, so it's actually a total of 9.
No. Wait. So you hit the guy who you were swinging at. He just takes the 5, and it's the there's a D8, and that goes to the guy that's right next to him. So it's like I said, the guy in front before you hit 5th level, he just takes the weapon damage.
Oh, I should say, then the other person takes...
And the second creature
4?
takes fire damage equal to your spellcasting ability modifier, which is what?
4. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so the guy next to him takes 4 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so I go for 5 and the other guy gets 4. Okay.
Such
Okay.
a good spell.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Okay, so the flame shoots out in between Braddock's legs and hits the Trolloc in the leg. It screeches in pain, and it's Rune's turn. The guy in front of you is on one knee.
I'm gonna try and end him.
Christen him.
Okay.
And if he's not dead yet,
So you come in with just a spin and a power strike and cut his head clean off on the first strike.
and then
He goes down.
so the second strike didn't.
Second strike
actually-
did not-
Okay, the way I'll do it is I'm gonna use it, but so what happens is that after I cut his head off, I'm gonna use the end of my glaive to kind of like hit it and like towards this way, or it would be this way, like a baseball.
Yeah. I mean, you could hit it diagonal if you wanted to try to hit the other
Hit the
guy.
head off.
No, just like a baseball.
Okay, so
Like,
you see Ruin. Yeah, you see Ruin come in, do a spin with his glaive, follows through with his body, cuts the head off. On his return spin, he reverses the blade like he was holding it hand over hand, and cracks the skull off the creature, and this head and skull landed over there in a pile of a mess, and over here just kind of collapses down on its other knee and tips over to the side, blood just gushing out in an westerly direction. Is that your turn,
That's my turn.
Torch?
All right, I'm gonna try and hit this guy. That is sword.
That's
So again, Braddock comes in. He just gouges his sword into this creature's chest, pulls it out. Blood squirts out the top. The creature's still standing, but it's looking down at itself, and it's got panic in its eyes.
That's my turn.
Die.
All right. So this guy down in the back, I'm gonna take a go at him. Yeah. Well within.
Besides muted.
Oh. Oh, yep. The guy down in the back, I think I'm gonna take a go at him. So let me see. Where is it? Light.
Okay, yeah, you hit him. Catch him in the thigh. He gives a little squawk and focuses his eyes on you.
Okay, nice. Alright, cool. That'll be my turn.
Crimson, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna open up with a kick to the guy who Braddock just stabbed. If I kill him, then I'm just gonna kick him back on the Braddock sword.
Okay, you kill him.
Okay, so I spin kick him. I kick him back on the Braddock sword, and I say, "I do not know for whom that counts, Braddock."
I think I got it.
No, I got it.
How did you get it? You kicked the stuff. Never mind. Anyway, I'm gonna go behind this chap, and I'm gonna hit him with my sword.
Okay.
Correction, I'm going to try to hit him with my sword.
Seems like you do. Pretty dang hard.
Yeah, another great attack. It comes in and it cuts a big slice out of his side. He gives another squawk and takes his eyes off of Dar and turns around and attacks Crimson.
Oh wait, does he now? Because I wasn't done with my turn yet.
Oh, okay.
Want to use some monk
Oh yeah,
abilities?
it's time for some monk shit. The only question is, am I going to use that key point for patient defense, or am I going to use that key point to punch it again? I'm a team player. I'm going to use that key point for patient defense. That just means he attacks me at disadvantage. I'll put it up for you. Which doesn't help you at all.
Nope. But okay. So now, is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to attack with the short sword and beat combo that they're best at.
Wow, even at disadvantage, got a 20. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I sucked that up.
So yeah, he gets you with the sword, but the beak is a clear miss. He's kind of looks like he's in desperation now. His eyes are darting around, like he doesn't. Maybe he wants to run. Chadwick, it's your turn.
Okay, let's see. Seems kind of fun. Let's make a bonfire under him.
Okay.
And you get to make a dex saving throw here. Or take 5 damage. Oh, he does.
Okay, so he manages to keep his feet. He's got feet, not talons, out of the fire. Now your turn.
Yep, that's it.
Ruin.
So, because I can't walk without a crutch, could I use my glaive then as like
Yes, you could use your glaive as a crutch, but you'd probably move at half
half
speed.
speed? Okay, that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna move up to here. And then I'll shoot this guy and reload. With a Shit, I have a poison bolt, so I'm gonna use that.
Okay. That was a damn good hit. We got CT.
And that is a failure of 5 or more.
That is. So he's now unconscious.
Yes, he's in. Okay, how are we gonna do this? So
technically, whoever tries to hit him again would just have advantage, or you can just call it.
Yeah, it would be an auto hit, but he takes the crossbow bolt and looks angrily up and kind of looks down again and kind of gives a wide-eyed look and slowly collapses to the ground and falls over.
And we all go over in a circle around him and stab him at the same time.
We all kick him in the head until he's dead.
That was nicely done.
Okay, so
All right, we can fast forward through that, right?
yeah.
All
He
right.
managed to kill them all.
Well,
All right,
you
so
okay there, Ruin? It looks like they kind of got you there a bit.
Ruin, I believe that we should be looking at our poor friend. I almost called him her magic shit. Braddock.
I'm insulted.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Well, more like I got myself, like, twisted my own ankle.
I would say rub some dirt in it, but this is evil dirt.
Well, we got a nice bonfire here. You guys want to take a little rest, or?
We have 2 bonfires because you made another one.
Yes. Well, that's true.
While they're thinking about that,
Actually-
I'm going to search the room. Go ahead.
Also, that Trolloc who was poisoned and passed out actually passed out in the bonfire.
Fire. Oh, yeah, we get some roast Trolloc. Yum, yum.
Not a good smell.
It's not a good smell, no. It smells like burning, rotted flesh.
I'm going to turn off the bonfire.
So, okay. Trollocs have 10 silver pieces amongst them all, and some pretty crude weapons, not crude and oversized weapons, not really any good for you guys. And the room looks like there's a lot of rocks and debris in the corners. It's not cleaned out by any stretch of the imagination. But there is a door over here, and is that country music? Somebody's rocking a country music outside. And there's the door, and give me, if you guys want to track for whatever, then you'll have to give me survival.
Hmm.
I'm all about saving my brother now.
So,
Nephew.
you guys notice over here that this door has been moved and replaced. And it doesn't look like it's been that far, that long before you guys walked into it.
Brother, before we go forward, do you think, I know you don't have much in the way of your Mr. Miyogi hands, but do you think you could use a Mr. Miyogi hands on Ruan's anchor?
Yeah, Ruin, come here and let me have a look at that.
I'm gonna drop and sit down.
And I will use... Oh, how wounded does he look?
I'm not.
He's not wounded. He just twisted his ankle really bad.
And he can't get better without a long rest or magical heal.
I will give him 1 point.
Woo! Magically healed twisted ankle.
But I do pull on it really, really hard.
It's all jacked up when you heal it. It's all sideways and fucked up.
There we go. Good as new.
Okay,
Do not
so
worry,
yeah,
Ruin. He is pulling your leg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely is.
So are we taking a short or long rest here, or are we just going on?
I reckon we ought to keep moving. It's probably not the safest spot.
In that case, I'm gonna cast Major Armor on myself, because that lasts a while.
Yep, very useful.
Alright, I'm going to perceive the door before we go through it.
Hold on. Before you do that, I'm going to give us both 5 points from that.
That helps, thank you.
And because I'm really liquored up, I'm going to bandage myself too in the background.
That's a good way to do it.
Cool. Yep.
God damn, that's a nice ass feat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you
And
perceive.
it came in just the right time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, look at us! Aren't we fancy with full fancy opening door sound effects?
That's not the open door sound effect.
Like,
Is that like,
What is that, the
like
ballista
the
sound
saw
effect?
opening, like the saw opening credits.
That's the ballista sound effect, right?
I don't know.
it's repeating again and again.
Outside.
I'm stepping away from the door because it sounds like there's fucking blades or something coming out.
Braddock, would you like to play a game?
That's pretty good.
Alright, like I said, I'm going to perceive that door, especially after those sound effects.
Okay, the door looks like it opens just like you pull on it, right?
Yeah, but I'm perceiving for traps and shit.
Yeah, you don't see anything really out of the ordinary too much. Looks like it's been used really recently.
Alright. In that case, I will open the door.
Technically, I don't think. Oh wait, hold on, give me a second.
The door explodes.
Dynamic lighting is less than stellar, I admit, but so the door opens. As you guys get closer down here, you see the source sound. Just all the way down this hallway are sides that swing back and forth.
Oh, fun.
And spears that stick up from the ground down that hallway.
So that's this way? And not south?
Right.
So I know what you are all thinking.
You're going to
Crimson,
pick me up and carry me over?
how is it that your nephew could possibly get past such a death trap? And that concludes for what you are all thinking. Alright, so I'm looking at these guillotines and the spikes. Can I see any switches down at the other end of the hallway?
Can you give me a perception check?
Pretty good.
You do not see any switches down at the end of the hallway.
Alright, I'm going to go back to the bonfire. Is there anything there like hard, like a stick? We already have. Oh wait, I want to grab one of the large, either bows, or I want to grab one of the long swords that the Trollocs had.
Okay. For the purpose of which is stronger, the sword is going to be stronger than the bow.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab one of those and see if I can't jam the guillotine.
Okay, so if you move on up.
By the way, can I use this?
Yeah.
Just to see, are there any Trollocs or Shadow Spawn otherwise within 200 feet of me?
There are not.
Okay. Good to know.
So, Crimson, you went and got the sword, and you're going to move up to here to jam the swinging sides in the ceiling?
Well, no, I'm gonna try to jam it before I get to it. I'm not gonna dive through the blades and then try to.
Yes, I know, but you're going to move up to the trap is what I mean.
Yes, I'm gonna move as close to the trap as possible.
Weird question.
Sure.
How fast are the blades swinging? Like, does it look like it's in sync with something?
You have to look at it a little bit to see if you could find a pattern to it. But there's a lot of shit there, so it's hard to kind of grasp it right at the moment. Crimson, as you move up to the first one, you see that they do stab from the bottom with the spikes and swing down with the sides. You can there's two sides per block. You see those rectangles? Two sides coming down per block, and you can try to jam one up there. Give me an athletics check.
But there's I could try to jam it, but that would only. But there's blades for each one of those rectangles, identical to this one. All right, then I wouldn't even try to do that then, because there's no point in just stopping two blade.
So yeah, can I do like an investigation or something for a pattern for the timing?
Yeah, you guys can do that. Does somebody want to give advantage?
I'll give advantage. Or actually, no, Ruin's not gonna give the advantage, because... Never mind.
Never
He's
mind.
dumb.
Well, you guys have been watching this thing for a pattern, and every time you think you get one, it looks like something changes randomly. And it's moving so fast and there's so many parts, and it's hard to really figure out what's...
I don't know, guys. Maybe we try another passage?
Well, I have another idea. I'm gonna go grab the body of one of the Trollocs and ask Braddock to help me toss it onto one of the spike and blade beds.
That is an idea, I guess.
Well, I'm hoping that the spikes only go partially through this large body, and if so, then we can simply walk on the dead bodies, and the spikes will not kill us.
I'll help you with that.
What about the swinging blade?
Oh, damn it. Okay, Who has a fucking idea about these? I want to look up at the roof and see, do I see any type of pulley system?
The blades that
No, there's no pulley system. It's all stone hallway.
What does the guillotine itself look like? Do we just see the blade, or is it mounted on something?
What does the what itself look like?
The blade on the guillotine.
It looks like it's on one piece of forged metal that comes down, and instead of being put together, it's more like they just cut it and sharpen it. So it's not. I should say you get part of the shaft of the blade of the guillotine, but it's a metal shaft and it's not wood.
Can somebody look down these other passages and see if there's any traps? It seems like this is something they would do.
Yeah, I mean, do these passages exist?
Yeah.
But they're still behind these first two blades, right?
Those aren't blades; those are doors.
Oh, this whole time I've been afraid of those for nothing. Okay.
These are blades.
You're not going to do the perception check?
Yeah, now that I got to the end of here, I'm gonna do a perception check.
Okay. You notice that the ceiling of this particular passageway seems to decrease the further you get down to it. It doesn't look like there's much down there at all. It's kind of dark, and nothing's popping out.
Chadwick?
Alright, before I turn the corner, I'm gonna try to perceive again. Listening, they see if there's anybody that wants to kick my ass.
Go ahead.
Wait, I didn't mean that. I'm about to roll perception. I was trying to convince them not to kick my
Don't
ass.
kick my ass!
That wasn't good work. Okay, wow, you're really hovering right around that just below average mark, aren't you?
Wow.
Okay, hold on a second.
Well, I know Crimson's got us covered, so I'm gonna follow along. His cat eyes can see everything.
Gentlemen, it seems there's a curvature up here. There's so much noise from those damn blades, and the smell is so dank. It's not exactly, my senses aren't exactly perfect. But come, follow.
As you get further away from the blades, they do tend to get brighter. You guys round the corner.
Boys, are you coming? Come now.
I'm gonna try a perception check.
Everyone's just standing there.
Any traps that I can see with 11?
Holy crap, where am I?
Probably not.
You cannot tell if there are any traps there, no. But the news is that none have been sprung.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna stealth up. Sneak, sneak.
Thank you.
If you guys hold Alt and place your token, you can put it wherever you want. You don't have to stick to the grid.
Grid.
I
For,
forget about that.
Oh, I thought it was only for DMs. Okay.
for convenience, I use the arrow keys to move around, so It does that on the grid.
You could do that?
That is
Yeah.
also a thing. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
Oh.
the reason why I can move around like this.
I seriously never knew that was a thing.
Hey, that's
So because
yeah,
it
so
moves
I can actually.
yeah, so because it moves on the grid, I can't you know, I don't want to like be stopped in every
Right,
moment
yeah,
and be
yeah.
good using the alt.
Okay, so Chadwick's
I'm sneaking
whispering
along here.
I regularly
So-
teach you guys things.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So,
play with
I
this
mean-
shit. You do find out more.
As far as you guys see, it looks clear. Doesn't look like there's any traps. They're sailing. This is obviously an older part of the cave system. These walls are worked with tools and stuff like that, whereas the other cavern where the Trollocs were looks like it was just kind of torn out of there. This was definitely made by someone's hand, and they spent work at it. It's very excellent craftsmanship, for anybody can tell.
What do these rooms look like? Looks like 5 and 6 are rooms, I should say.
Yeah, don't just ignore the 5 and 6. Can't really see that.
Chambers.
Just fancy drawings.
All right, since we're going south again, I'm going to perceive again. Hopefully, I can start perceiving.
Okay.
You. Wow.
Yeah,
Obviously, I am distraught about the loss of my nephew.
Clearly.
if you want, I can take point.
Sure, sir. Maybe it is for the best.
Yeah.
I do not feel like myself. I am extremely emotional.
So I walk forward and I push Chadwick forward, and it's like, I got this. Don't worry.
Hey, that's all. Hey, you are stealing. You are stealing from Braddock. Actually, I'm sorry. Braddock hasn't done that, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Oh wow, it's a. Hold on a minute.
Sorry, Tunkarat is constantly pushing someone forward.
Yeah. Not just someone.
It looks perfectly clear to me, guys.
Okay.
Do you have any
Present.
like stray cloth on you?
You said straight cloth?
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that, who was it just been trying to get cloth the entire game? Was that you?
Oh, that was.
Chad.
It was me for the last game.
Okay.
He was constantly trying to get cloth. He never got cloth for.
Okay, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, do you have cloth? I was like, wait, that sounds familiar.
So, Crimson, as you're walking along, you notice that, just barely notice, looks like something's hanging from the ceiling.
Dawn.
Sir, check that. That thing, it is shiny, it is shaking and moving, and I can hardly control the urge to chase it. Could you please see what it is before I chase myself into a trap?
Oh, absolutely. Can I borrow your spear?
I think I'll throw a spear away. You can take one of my dots. You can take one of my dots.
Your staff. Just wanna poke it with the staff.
I don't have a staff.
What do you use?
I use a longsword.
Oh, I thought you
It's,
used a thing. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I usually use a
I got a
spear.
quarter staff if you want.
Oh yeah, just yeah. Let's poke it with the quarterstaff.
None of us adventurers brought a 10-foot pole with us.
I know
I
Braddock
have
has a
one.
pike, but Braddock is way back. I know you started with a quarterstaff, so I didn't realize. you
Yeah,
traded
I
that.
did, but I threw it away.
Yeah.
What? His quarterstaff.
Wait, that's not off a quarterstaff or a spear. I think it was a quarterstaff.
Chadwick's quarterstaff would only be like about 3 feet or something, so...
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a pretty small quarterstaff, actually.
He has a nickel staff.
It's really just a wooden spoon.
Yeah. Braddock, do you want to come up here and poke at this thing, or do you want to let me to do it, or...
Do we even know what it is?
It's something...
No.
I'm
It
gonna
is
walk up
shiny
and
and
look
wiggly.
at it.
It's on the roof, right? Yeah, take a look.
Good lord, we're some perceptive motherfuckers tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Let me try. Haven't tried yet. Jesus.
Think we just lost Ruin? Yeah.
We'll see. We might get back.
If he's getting discharged, there's no way he'll be back and playing by 11. But we'll see what happens.
You're right. Right. Oh yeah. Okay. So,
Ruin suddenly pops into my gym.
Ruin goes down in a dead faint. He looks terrible. His skin is all clammy and he's wet and sweaty, shivering, and kind of moaning and making noises in his sleep. Can you roll that again at disadvantage, please, Sai?
Sure.
Or sorry,
Well-
roll that for disadvantage.
Right, so I'll just roll another one. I really wish I was still at the back with him.
Well, because of the commotion, it kind of distracts you a little bit from. Oh, I just crashed. From him going down.
Oh, Braddock will see him.
Like I'm right next to him. You just hear several slaps in rapid succession.
Ruin, return!
Braddock's just mounted him, smashing the shit out of him. Wake up! Okay, so he goes down. You got a 16, so you notice that even amongst the commotion, that it looks like there's some sort of a net or fabric, something over the ceiling. And as you look down, you see it's connected to a floorboard or something into the floor, like the trigger would be.
Do you see something there?
Yeah, Braddock, can you poke at that floorboard with your pike and set off whatever is rigged up there?
Actually, how about I just do this? And,
Oh crap, man. Wait for us to clear out. Jesus.
I launch a fireball at the net there.
Okay, so you hit it, and you see it just burst into flames, and it burns away and drops to the floor, and burning fucking tatters, and yeah, it's burned.
Okay, I think we're good to go.
Okay, give it a try.
Look, paper, scissors, shoot!
Oh no, he goes.
Down.
Fine, I will go. Do not worry, little friend. Alright, I'm gonna perceive this door for traps again.
There's a door.
Also, any shadow spawn around within 200 feet?
You do not sense any.
Okay. Yeah. There might be humans, but at least there's not, frolics.
Jason! Jason!
The door is okay. As far as you can tell, you open it up and you see that there's a statue of looks like a dwarven warrior, resplendent in it's a statue, so it's not really a dwarven warrior, but carved in large stone intricate armor. Can somebody make me a history or religious check, please? Religious
Oh, I have a +3 in history.
Do you listen?
I'll assist him with history then.
Okay, I'll roll that again then.
I have 9.
It's all right. It's good. Braddock, you realize right away that this is a protection statue. This is what ancient kings of the borderlands used to set up for people to guard their tombs.
I'll relay that to the group. I think we're in somebody's tomb.
Yes, I recognize the carvings of this hero. His name is...
Yeah, it looks like it's lost to time.
Crimson.
It's not
This
necessarily a person. It's a guardian statue.
Oh, yes, I remember some of these from many ancient villages. I do believe you are correct, Braddock.
So otherwise, the room it looks like there's cracked tile and fallen pieces from the ceiling and various other shifting cave-ins and whatnot. But this room looks pretty clear. It looks like this place hasn't been touched in a long, long time. You do. Can somebody give me what was it? Perception side. You notice that there are small footprints leading from this door to here.
Crimson, does that look like your nephew's prints?
I believe it does. Do I have to roll to recognize my nephew's smell?
No. As soon as you recognize, or as soon as the feet are pointed out to you, you quickly sense his smell and is extremely close.
Oh, it looks like we were on the right track after all.
I guess I'll open the door next to me.
Okay, give me 1 second. So you open the door and you see what looks like just a stone, weirdly. A dark stone, and it's hard really to tell what it's all about.
What in the world is this thing? Can I investigate it?
The sound of the swinging gets louder. You can investigate it, yes. It looks like it was a statue of some kind at one point, but looks like it's been desecrated. It's hard to tell really what did it, but it looks it's pretty destroyed.
Huh.
Is there an on-off switch in here?
There is not, no.
I wonder why this statue's destroyed, but the other one's not.
This area looks less, not abandoned, but more recently used than the other room. It looks like this door was locked from the other side. So for anyone to get through here, they would have to go up and around. And in theory, so maybe that has something to do with it. You do notice that in amongst the piles of bodies or piles of gravel and debris and stuff like that, there are a lot of dead bodies. I should say skeletons. There are no bodies, just skeletons, because Just
Are they lootable skeletons?
No, they're like pretty smashed skeletons. There's a lot of well, pieces, I guess, dust in along the if you look in along here, just because people getting caught and repeatedly smashed and cut. So it looks like this was the end of the road for the people who got past the trap. The fucking spiked scythe trap.
Yeah.
I thought we said there were tracks going to this door. Are there no tracks going into the room?
The other door. This door.
Oh, the other door. Okay, sorry. All right. Guess it's a good thing we didn't try to just go straight forward.
Okay, yeah, we can't see through that door, Mike.
Right. So what do you
Kick it open.
Okay. So as you open this door, Crimson, you see immediately there's a small tabaxi child up in this corner. Brannick bursts through and he immediately pisses his pants. And the kid is behind the door, kind of looking around the corner a little bit. And he looks around surprised, but panicked. But he puts his finger over his mouth, you know, the universal, shut your fucking mouth. Don't say anything simple.
He just got shit.
So he's got these large, pleading eyes, and he looks at Crimson imploringly and continues with the shh, but kind of gestures you forward. What's the plan?
Oh, I'm moving forward. I can't go past anywhere it is. I'm just gonna walk up to my nephew.
Okay, so he gestures for you to look, and I can't open the door just a crack, so I'm just kind of explaining what you see, and we'll go from there. So if you can hear people, a gathering of people chanting in this room, the room next to you. You hear a moaning sound, and what sounds like, well, you know it well, is the sound of blood splatter.
Oh, man. We see way too much blood.
All right. So here
What I
are.
did. That's fucking cool. Okay, let me now explain what you see. You see a gathering of people in what looks like Sammy, I don't have any tokens, which is kind of frustrating, but we'll say I'll just draw circles.
Uh-oh. My stealth roll to sneak up to the door to look to didn't quite go as planned.
So you see, like these orange circles would represent people. There is a what looks like a raised platform, and they're all standing on it. There's a person in the middle. Looks like they're suspended between two would be maybe nipple height supports, kind of like crutches, you know. And he's got resting his elbows in it, and he's hanging way down. There's a person behind him in a white, totally white cloth that, as you can see, is cutting into the back of the person's, looks like they're reaching in and cracking open their ribs, and blood is splurting out onto the white cloth, and it's soaking it up. Blood's all over the ground and everything. You hear the moan of the person. You see him reach in and take out lumps of bloody innards.
Is the person still alive?
Yes.
Alright, if the person's still alive, fuck it, I'm shooting him. I'm not shooting a person, but I'm shooting a torturer.
This isn't torture though, this is ceremony.
Okay, well, fuck your ceremony.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Not listening to the description anymore. Just
Yeah.
fuck this.
I guess that doesn't really matter. Okay, let me get rid of the phone.
No, it's just that I don't. If here isn't so much about killing the description as it is that I just don't feel like Crimson's going to sit by and let somebody get sacrificed if he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it's like the boss guy's doing his monologue. Fuck that shit. Just shoot him while he's.
So I'm shooting the dude with the chunks of chitlins.
The dead guy. Okay. Or well, I shouldn't say it like that.
That's a good way to start a shot.
So, you hit him in the chest, and he dies. All blood empties out of him and splatters all over the ground.
The boss or the subject?
The red guy, the subject. As he dies, I guess you would say, priest behind him stands up and looks over towards you. The rest of them finish their chanting, and you see this gray mass with give me a perception check. Whoever can see in the room. I guess
I'll help with
this is just the first
yeah, I'll help Crimson there, so
two. Yeah, you better.
he gets yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you want to look that way, Crimson.
It looks like something. A meat sack is the best way to describe it. Slowly rises and levitates above the ground. It's got stalks sticking out of it all around it. Some laying limply with just pus or ichor drooling out of the end of them. Some of them are still milky, but look around, but are still milky. And some of them just don't exist at all, or are cut off at half length.
Oh, by the way, Mike, I didn't want to interrupt you before, but I wasn't aiming for the person who was being sacrificed. I was trying to save that person. I was aiming for the person behind the person being sacrificed.
Oh, okay. Either way, the blood being spilled ended the spell.
Okay.
And
I'm hoping to rescue the sacrificee, if it's possible.
I'm guessing it's probably
With
gone
his
right now.
chest open like that, I highly doubt it.
It's not his chest, it's his back. And the thing that he pulled out of his back was one of his lungs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll leave it as is
Yeah.
then. I killed that guy. Put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
And ruined the ceremony.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
would've done the
That's
same thing
good.
as well.
I don't think Braddock's medical kit is that good.
The lung
he's
packet.
gonna have to get stronger fucking thread. But anyway, so what rises up and looks over towards you guys. It's,
Okay.
you guys can see it, and I want to roll for initiative. Hold on, don't roll yet.
What the fuck is that shit?
Alright, roll for
Fucking
initiative.
super mutants.
Oh yeah.
I'm really average today.
All my ones have been on weird shit.
Okay, Sai. You see this mass. I don't know if you can zoom in and see the token or not.
Let me. Okay, I just saw a token. Yes, right. Yes. Here.
Someone's missing from the turn order.
Alright, so I am going to assume you didn't throw a beholder at us at level 4, right, Mike?
You can assume that, yes.
Alright, so my next character is named.
You can assume that. Yes. That's beautiful. I mean, we can probably handle one. I think
A beholder? Not really. No, beholder will fuck us.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a good chance that a beholder would fuck you guys on Thursday. Honestly.
Yeah, there is a good chance of that, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, you go ahead and roll, Mike. I didn't get it on the first one, so you can roll.
Oh, okay, cool. I rolled a 1.
Oh, that was good.
Alright, so since I don't know what this thing is, I am going to shoot it.
And run away.
Alright, so I'm going to shoot it.
That's a good shot. The damage sucks, but
That is a good shot.
Well, hold on. I got something for that. So I'm going to roll a d4 and add that to it.
cool.
Yes! Hello, Radlord!
So, as the mask gets closer to you, you notice that it's got one giant eye in the center of its head, but it's milky too. It doesn't have an iris to it that you can see. It's got jagged teeth that are attached to a huge mouth, but the mouth looks like it's unhinged and hanging to the side.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm also going to move back. But both of these doors are open, right? They don't close automatically?
Yep.
Alright, so I am going to move back. Let this thing come to us.
Wow.
Oh, I'm going to say, let him come to us.
Oh, Chadwick, you are so lucky.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Sai, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot at him and use a die. So it's going to be this and that.
Damn,
That's a
son.
great fucking shot.
Yeah. So he gets 20 damage and he has to do a save.
And is that for fear?
Yeah. Well, it's menacing attack, so yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yep. Well, that sort of destroys my let him come to us plan, but I like it.
He can't come to us. Yeah, I kind of like that one too.
It only lasts one turn, I think, so yeah.
What is it for?
Yeah, it lasts until the end of your next turn.
Yeah. So it's a wisdom DC 14, right? So it cannot
Okay.
come to us.
Yeah, it can't come towards us.
Yeah, so it stops.
Come.
Keeps
to
looking though. It doesn't look like it's got really any emotions at all.
I'm gonna draw back with my movement to probably to the statue, so that I can keep line of sight on it. But yeah, I'm gonna come back to the into the room. Oh, I can't do that. This can do that. Yeah, there we go. Can I see? Yep, yeah. Alright, and that'll be my turn.
By the way, have I mentioned how much fun it is to be able to attack at ranged and in melee, depending on my mood and the situation?
I stick to range. I can attack in melee without any problems now, but I still prefer range.
Now your turn down?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, Chadwick, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna launch a level 2 chromatic orb here at this guy with Tides of Chaos, so it's at advantage. And yeah, let's do fire damage.
You can still toggle advantage for that. It's nice.
No,
Okay, what's the 1d8 for?
because I casted second level.
Oh, okay. Okay, so and you said it was fire?
Yep, that's right.
So it comes spinning out. You can see the hallway and cave light up as the flame goes past and hits the creature. Starts to light on fire a little bit. So, oh yeah, he is feared and doesn't go forward. It still doesn't give you any reaction. Is that your turn?
No.
Oh, you did that quickening thing or whatever, right?
The Tides of Chaos, so you can force me to roll on the...
Give me a 1d10.
Okay. My water becomes more winey. Or my wine becomes super wine.
The world seems slightly slower for the next minute, and you can dash as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Oh, well. Okay, awesome.
Okay. Is that your turn?
No, still not my turn. I'm going to quicken the spell, and I'm gonna put a bonfire under it.
Okay.
makes a... Oh, so 7 fire damage as it's toasted on the bonfire.
Yeah, so remember when you smelled what the burning trollop smelled like? This is
Yeah.
like if that had shit and then burned that.
Oh boy.
This is a different level of terribleness.
Mike is such a poet.
It's truly what rotted, burning flesh would smell like.
And I'm just going to duck around the corner because I don't feel like getting laser beamed or something.
Who's back? And this rock. And then you hear a whole bunch of screaming. And he has to make a save versus wisdom. Does he have to make a save versus wisdom, or is it just gone?
Oh right,
now?
so
Or
it's
is-
just it only lasts for until my next turn. This
Until
round-
your next turn.
Yeah, until my next turn.
Okay.
And he already made these saves, so he's good for now.
Okay. Okay, so you guys can't really see him anymore. He's behind, it's like pretty much full cover.
Yeah.
So you'll have to,
The only reason I chose that is because I needed a die. I wanted to choose one that gave me damage.
You don't have to explain why you chose an extra damaging thing that also causes fear. Fear is pretty good.
Well, I mean, I know it was a little problematic for the last game.
Nah, fear is usually good. I mean, it's not usually gonna fuck us. It's fine.
Alright.
give me 1 second here, guys. Okay.
Braddock is like a superhero. When trouble happens, he runs off and hides, and then a totally different person named Torch appears.
Initiative
Even
0.
They're all zeros. Good.
Holy crap! Oh,
I
damn.
didn't roll.
Yeah, I didn't roll.
All right.
Are there rivers in the Blight?
Torch, it's your turn, right? You haven't seen any, but they gotta drink something.
I was thinking like a water wheel would be a great way to power a trap like that.
Yeah, it would be. Could be magic.
Yeah.
All right, Braddock, go ahead.
Did Crimson go?
Oh, this is still the first round, I think.
Yeah,
Yes, your turn. It's not my turn yet.
Oh, you went first. Okay. I understand. I'm kind of the only one in here. And I still can't see. Partial move. Really sucks not being able to see. And that's all my movement, so can't see. I will hold my action to make a swing at anything that enters my radius.
Okay. You hear the sound of shuffling and dragging, and you smell the putrid smell of dead flesh as a monstrosity, undead ghoul comes out of the shadows and tries to attack you. Go ahead.
Okay. Just a regular swipe. All I can do.
Okay, that is a hit. Okay, you cut like almost it in half, and it's still coming at you, but it's pretty fucked up. Crimson, it's your turn.
Alright, so you said the eye dude is behind 100% cover, right?
Yes. Well, except not from where Braddock is, but Braddock is.
Alright, so I'm still far enough away from the goal not to have disadvantage. I still have some movement, mind you. Am I able to shoot at him now?
The ghoul?
No, not the goal. Fuck that goal.
No. It looks like he's still undercover. You'd have to move up to Braddock to get him at probably half cover.
In that case, I'm going to help my boy Braddock out by sandwiching this dude and kicking him.
Okay.
That is a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
God damn.
It's a hit.
Oh shit. Okay.
These things are pretty easy to hit, apparently.
And it goes down. Too much fucking. Braddock fucked it up pretty bad at first, and you just kind of kicked the rest in half.
Alright, cool. Am I able to shoot that thing at half cover now?
Yes.
Okay, half cover is 2 AC if I recall, right?
I believe
No.
it is, yeah.
Yep, yeah, 2 AC. Alright, here we go.
That's a hit.
Oh wait, and I don't get a bonus action because I just did that to kick the guy. So that's just 7 damage. And I'm gonna go next to my boy Braddock, and that's my turn.
Okay. So you're up.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna come back into the room and hold my action to shoot at the thing once it shows, because it's no longer frightened of me now. So that's holding to shoot it, because I can't see from this angle, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's under full cover where you're at.
Yeah. So once it pops out, I'll take a shot at it.
You're holding your. Okay. So you're holding your action until it moves where you can take a shot.
Yeah.
This guy's gonna move up here. Chadwick, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna step up around here. I see. It's well, that's okay. I don't care if it's behind cover. I'll make another bonfire under it.
You're gonna have to be able to see where it is.
Well, I mean, I can see just where I want to put it, right?
Behind the rock.
Yeah.
You can't see behind the rock.
Yeah, I would say you can't really just say, I'm pretty sure he's right there. I would
I mean,
go
you
somewhere
can
else.
put it behind the rock, but if you have to see where it's going to go, you can't see behind the rock. Just
Well, it's not a target. It's
the way
just
it's behind the rock.
yeah. Well. That's fine, actually. I'll move up then. Because I can dash for a bonus action. Ooh.
Yeah, for the next minute.
So from here I can probably see him,
So
right?
Yeah, you can see it from there. Yeah.
Alright. In that case, yeah, that's okay, actually.
You're behind about half cover, I would say. Actually, you're small, so you're about 3/4 cover.
I could probably even just take a step out and launch a bolt right here, right? And that seems to be a clear shot.
Yeah, yep.
Alright. In that case, I'm going to do another level 2 chromatic orb
Okay.
with Tides of Chaos, because, yeah, I want to blow this thing up.
Okay, chromatic orb fires, but it
Sorry.
misses.
No, it's at advantage, so 19.
Oh, shit.
So 16, actually, plus my... plus 1. 17.
Okay.
The one
And
for
let's
Tides of
do-
Chaos.
Acid damage this time. Sure.
What was that, Mike?
I said if it wasn't for Tides of Chaos, this chromatic orb would suck.
Yeah.
Chromatic orb really turned out to be not that good. But still not doing bad. You get shit first rolls though. But okay, so you see the acid splash on it, and it starts eating through, and it eats through the eye on the front, and through the dead skin, and some of the eye stalks rot off and fall to the ground. Is it your turn?
If you aren't going to make me surge on it, yeah.
Yep.
I'll take a step back then.
Upon hearing the word acid splash, Darren remembers when he first started playing D&D on Roll20 and using acid splash all the time. With side Marin.
I did use it for a while, but I switched it out for something else.
You switched it out for Fireball pretty quick.
Yeah, it was
Firebolt, rather.
Yeah.
I went through a few of them. I used Acid Splash. I used is it
Magic
Silver?
Missile.
No, cantrips. I used Acid Splash and Cone of Cold.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, Firebolt was the one that was most dependable.
Always ends up being that way. But Magic Missile. I think I just remember Acid Splash because I liked the way it sounded with your accent. So, like, it just, I really remembered it.
Excellent.
It was like you were Magikarp, right? You were using Splash attack.
Splash.
Alright, I'm sorry, little globby goo thing. It's the globby goo's turn.
Okay, so that is going to be I think that's the right cone, right?
That's not a cone.
Yeah, so it's targeted creature.
Oh, it's a targeted creature. Okay. Let's go with.
Can he see? Who can he see?
You can see Chadwick and
Chadwick? See. Well, he would have to move, yeah, but he can still do that.
yeah, he would have to move. But when he moves, I get a shot on him.
You get a shot on him before he gets to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the held action is resolved first.
Okay, go ahead.
Braddock, did you have one as well? Or was yours used already?
He used his on the goal.
Alright, so let me
He
just.
doesn't have to move if he's attacking Chadwick.
Yeah, exactly.
Can you see me behind the cover there? I'm kind of behind the small little guy behind the rocks.
Yeah, you get, what was it, half cover?
You said 3/4.
Is it 3/4? Okay. So what does that give him?
Well, here it wouldn't really matter because I just gives him AC, but this is a saving throw.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Yeah, so he would still have to do a standard saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, 14 con.
Okay, so he is hitting me with that then?
Yeah. And it's 14, it's not 15.
Yeah, rock that one.
Yeah. One of his stalks come up and it opens, and it's the only one you've seen that has any kind of iris in it. You feel your body start to stiffen and freeze up, and you fight it off with a monumental effort of will, and this guy moves up. Torch, you're up.
Alright, so I will move. Let's see. 20 feet. Oh. Maybe I should have put 20 feet. It really sucks to have such a little kind of vision. Okay. I will attack. Actually, I'm in range of the big guy. I'll go up to the big guy. So on him, I will. Let's see. I think it's time. Bonus action. Bow of enmity.
Cowabunga, dudes.
Gives me advantage.
Cowa.
I will drop my sword and board and hit him with my pike. Very risky.
Okay, go ahead.
25 for 9, and a smite. So 15 damage.
Well, there's the radiant damage, if that makes a difference.
So you see Braddock charge past one of the ghouls. Get on the other side of it, seemingly dropping sword and shield in mid twirl, or deep, I guess, or spin, juke, you could call it, around the ghoul. Spins around, comes up with his pike, stabs it through the creature's milky white eye, lifts it up like it's fucking on the end of or because it is on the end of a pike, I guess you could actually say. Being dripped with snot, I guess is the best word you could use for it, dripping out of the creature's eye and down over its face as he screams. Ben screams in a righteous rage, destroying another undead in his wake, and it slides off the end of his pike, and now he's stuck in between two ghouls.
So that thing's dead?
That thing is dead.
All right. I'm going to get my
awesome.
boy unstuck.
Spin, yes, you're right. It is Crimson's turn.
All right. So first thing I'm going to do is this guy sandwich.
That guy is sandwich, yep.
Wow, that's pretty good.
That is one cut in half ghoul. Falls to the ground.
And then just because I'm so proud of my boy for doing a super jump flip stab, I want to be like, yes, beautiful banana. I love when we do a super pole vaulting slash kicks. And I'm going to stab through that guy and then jump down and kick the other dude on the other side of Ben.
Right. Okay.
So he's still sandwiched, and I'm going to kick him.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a key point and kick him one more time.
Because let's end this now.
And that's my turn.
Okay, so he goes down also. Kicked to death. Yeah, you see blood and guts coming out of the beholder, and the ghouls on the ground. There are 3 of the people who died and in the attack. And nephew comes out from behind the door, which everybody was running in and out of past him, and he just stood there.
Yeah.
He comes over to these people and very lovingly and caringly comes over and makes sure everybody's okay.
You've done good today, Lemmy. Thank you
looks
for
at-
joining us, this place.
He goes over to you guys, to you, Crimson, and grabs onto your. He tries to find a clean spot, but grabs onto a part of you, and it feels like he's starting to tug you over into this corner.
All right, I follow.
You might be.
Shit, just took away all of that.
Crap. Where did it go?
No, this actually isn't a trap. This is a gathering of small children. I shouldn't. It's not. They're not all children, but they're. Where these were the adults, these would be the children. As you go out, you notice that it's a tunnel that goes out to somewhere. It comes out somewhere on the other side of the Mountains of Doom. if you ask some of the people, they'll tell you that there's a town in the Blight, and that's where all the Trollocs go to get their food. That's where they get victims to forge their cruel swords for the murder. These are escapees. You could call them refugees from the Blight, who are trying to find their way back, trying to find their way into the borderlands. An underground railroad.
Yeah.
This ain't no place for no hero.
So they're
See,
explaining
because of Borderlands.
they're explaining that they're explaining that they had to try to summon the zombie beholder to protect them on their way out. But luckily, you guys came. You kind of fucked everything up, but at least you cleared them a path. That's what the adults that are still alive tell you.
Hey, since we're outside of that fucking trap, do we still hear it?
No. Well, actually, you kind of still do because all the doors are still open. But I will turn it up.
God damn, dude. I love this trap.
Okay. So that's the situation right now. If you're going to check your time, you've probably got about 2 hours to get back before your shift is over, and you can figure out what you want to do with these people. Or we can wait and do that next time.
I mean, all I would have done with the people is walk them back towards town and our camp.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, and let us explore whatever that is when we pick up. Obviously, we may still have to go and do our jobs, but get the people back to town first, get my nephew back to his mom, and pick up from there.
Okay. So when we start next week, that's where you guys will start off entering the camp.
Okay, was there any loot in the room, by the way?
Yes, there was. Let me just... You find small gathering of 90 gold pieces and 170 silver pieces. Just in one slate.
Damn.
The fucking tombs, you know what I mean? Like all these bodies along the side.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
So what is that, 22 gold apiece?
18.
18,
There's
right.
5 of us.
Oh, why was I thinking 4? Shit.
And 34 SP.
That's kind of awesome. Whenever the real beholder finds out what these guys did, he's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, they weren't really thinking that far ahead.
Because beholders, A, don't work for anybody, B, don't like being... It sure as hell wouldn't want to be summoned in a weakened form. Yeah, that girl's gonna whoop their ass. Hopefully I'm not there to see it.
As Chadwick. Oops. Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Nadia wolf in the Pokeball.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. Got to save the nephew. Got some cool fights. Was there a way to solve that trap, Mike?
To go around, I would assume.
Right. I mean, obviously that's one way, and luckily we chose it. But was there a way to actually stop it, Mike? Or will we have actually had to come up with something that you hadn't considered?
I would have assumed it's just the trap is you make it through and the door's locked, so you have to walk back through again.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to hit the button. Yes, that is what happened. I didn't have a turn-off switch for the thing because I hadn't come up with one at the time, and I figured you guys can just walk around anyway. It wouldn't be that difficult to figure out. If you had come up with something, I would have let you. But as far as it goes, it was powered by magic, and it was just a continuous thing. Probably when one of the doors were opened, it triggered the thing. And it's been going for, like I said, for thousands and thousands of years because of all the pounded up skeletons and stuff by the end. And it's all through it, too. You guys just couldn't tell because it was powder.
All right. Excellent, gang. Thank you for running.
Yeah.
Indeed, thanks.
And Trellick, I don't know if you got time on Thursdays, but they might need you tomorrow. They're going into, well, I don't know if they're going into. They have the option to go into a room with, what is it? 1 adult dragon, 2 young dragons, 5 baby dragons, and some other stuff.
Not enough
Wow.
is what he said. Not enough. They don't have enough.
Oh, man, I wish you could. I gotta work tomorrow, though.
All right.
All right. Well, thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah, man, it really feels good to have had a game this week. I'm glad we did.
Yeah.
So I will see mostly everybody tomorrow, and if not, next week.
All right, folks. Have a good one. Good night.
Just one quick question. I was gonna. You know, your voice sounds kind of familiar, and I was thinking about your last character's name a little bit. Is there any connection there?
You're talking about Randall?
Yeah.
Is there a connection between Randlore and Crimson?
No. I mean your voice. I mean literally.
Oh,
If I'm totally on the wrong.
No. Randlore was made up. As long as I could concentrate, I was like doing a Jason Statham with him. But whenever I fucked up, I just ended up turning some weird Australian. And Crimson, I don't know. I guess it's a Nigerian.
Okay, sorry. I guess I was off. What's the word I'm saying? I just thought you might have been somebody famous.
Just a guy who likes to do weird voices.
All right, cool. Yeah, have a good night then.
All right, folks. Everyone have a good night.
Excellent. Later.